Welcome everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome Sagar, Jacob, Niaz. Okay, I'm just quickly checking who are the people in the waiting room so I can have them admit. Okay, let's see. Anyone here can just verify if I'm audible and visible and everything is clear to all of you guys?
Yep.
Thank you, Yasin. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hi, Danu. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Okay, let's see. All right.
लिखो उसने जो कुछ बताया है इसमें आपने पढ़ा है ना मैंने तो नहीं पढ़ा ना बेटे आपने पढ़ा है आपको पता होना चाहिए ये कैसा
And if
पढ़ना
you
है
guys can mute yourself, if you're in a place where it's a little bit distortion, so we all can hear everyone quite clearly and loudly. All right. So, once again, guys, welcome everyone. And I am super thankful for all of you guys. We're already 29 members here. And I'm excited to serve you today and teach you the things that I have done in the past 2 years that have really helped me out grow up my business and finally helped me reach at the levels that I am today. And I'm very grateful and humble for that. So how about we get started with you guys start introducing yourself in the comment section, where you guys are tuning from, what you guys do, just to get a little bit of warm up of where everyone is tuning in from. Okay, I'm gonna be keeping an eye in the chat. And Tasmia said, hello, Uzma. Hey, Tasmia. Okay, hey, Sagar. Okay, let's see. Okay, we still have more people in the waiting room. Sahar said she's here from Pakistan. Hello, everyone. Hi, Azmina ji, good to see you. All right. Oh, that's energy. I'm loving it. Okay. From England. Wow. So we have people from Europe, from England, from India, from Pakistan. Zunaira said she's here from Pakistan. Sagar said he's from Lahore. Wow, that's my city. Good to see you, man. Okay, all right. So from India, from Pakistan. Walaikum salam, Yumna, from Dubai. Perfect. So good, guys. So, you guys know that we are all here together because I wanted to share this thing that I have done in, I think it was the month of July that was ending. And I really wanted to get started. Sorry, I just got distracted a little bit because there's still so many people in the Zoom room. I mean, in the waiting room. Okay, so the reason we are here today is because I wanted to share this opportunity that I did in ending month of July. And the reason I wanted to share it because that was one of the month, guys, I was in a place where I needed a lot of cash. And for those who do not know, I've been on my journey to get my first ever house here in US. And that was the month I had to submit all the cash, the down payment. And, in all those moments, we need tons of cash, right? So that was a month I really needed to make it happen and to do something which is extremely massive. So I decided, okay, Uzma, this is your time and do something that's just coming directly from your heart. And when I start writing down those stuff, I found few things that I have been doing from past 2 years, but I was not really paying attention to. Ever happen with anyone? When you do something, but you never pay attention that this is something I have been doing, and you suddenly get that aha moment, right? And that was the thing that happened with me. Nanu said everything, that's me. Perfect. So I said, yes. Guys, keep interacting inside the chat box because that's how you're going to get the maximum out of this masterclass. So yeah, that was a moment I actually realized what are the simplest things that have been working for me. So I will be sharing all of you with you guys today. So everyone is excited? Everyone is excited? Perfect, good. All right. So I'm going to be sharing my screen in next few minutes, few seconds actually. And just let me know, guys, when you can see it all clear. Okay. Let's see, where is it? Oops. Is it loading? Is it clear to you guys? And I'm just gonna pin myself. Okay, can you guys see me on the screen? And I think I'm gonna have the chat box on the side so I can see. Okay. All right. All clear? Okay, perfect, good. Okay, we still have people in the Zoom, in the waiting room. All right. All right. So yes, we can see. Thank you so much, Niaz and Siddharth, letting me know. Okay, so here we get started. The reason I named is Magic Marketing Masterclass was the fact that I realized something super simple and something super magical. Who here is actually a fan of simplicity and feels like they need simple things instead of adding multiple complex things in their business? Anyone? Danu said that's me. Good. Yes. No funnels, no website. Ah, good one. Siddharth said that's me. Okay. Asmina said that's me. Finally became a fan of. Oh, good to see you, Tanja. Tasmia said that's me. All right. So this is definitely for you. So a quick one of what to expect in the masterclass. So first thing, like I just said, you guys are here because we are going to talk about. Guys, I'm not sure. I can hear some kind of distortion. If you guys can mute yourself, I'm not sure exactly where is it coming from. Okay, I think we are fine now, right? Okay, cool. So yeah, number one, we are here because we all are fan of simplicity and we want our businesses to be as simple and as neat as possible. And ending this masterclass, you guys are going to learn how to have a business model which is simple, which is easy to do. Not easy, but that is simple and that is very clear in your mind and you can do it. Number two, you will know the power of using one simple strategy. And that's when I say, when I sat down starting that month of July, where I needed tons of cash to, deposit the down payment for my house, and I needed that amount in cash. And I know that instead of doing multiple things this time, I need to refine what I already know. And then we are going to talk about, instead of trying to learn new things, only focus on refining what you already know. How many of you here feel they already know a lot about marketing? Maybe it's content marketing, maybe it's stories, maybe it's comment marketing. How many of you feel like you guys know this stuff already? I'm going to be keeping an eye on the chat box. Rebecca said, I know. Danu said, I've been there from 2 years, so I know a lot. Sumi said, yes. Okay. Siddharth said, yes, I know, but still learning. Okay. All right. So looks like we all know that already, right? No one's still learning. Yes, that's all about refining it, guys. That's what I was saying. So now we are going to talk about or look at how you're going to refine what you already know and start implementing it and making it better and get the maximum out of what you have already learned. So few house rules quickly just to make sure that we are all on the same page. Number one, everything that I'm going to teach you guys, use it ethically. When I'm saying use it ethically, never show anything that you have not done. Never say you can help someone achieve ABC if you have not done it for yourself. Never say or talk about just handing over a framework to someone else that you have not applied on you. Because one of the thing, if you guys have also observed, of course, you guys are, around, people learn something from someone else and they don't apply it on themselves. They don't get results for themselves and they just go and start teaching. Ever seen that thing? So make sure when you are learning this today, you are not just going and start teaching it to others, but instead try it on you and then get yourself results and then start telling others that yes, they can also do the same. Like I said, I have seen it. Yes. Okay, and I can hear myself back again. Okay. So second thing, treat everyone as a family member. No self promotions, no affiliate links, because we are all connected inside the Facebook Messenger group together. So anyone, all of you guys who are there, if you have questions even after this masterclass, if you guys have questions, because there are some resources that I will be sharing with you guys, feel free to send messages there. Any question you guys have, I will be there for another. I'm going to be sharing that what I have for you guys, so that you get the maximum in another, I think, 1 week or 10 days. But yeah, I'm going to be sharing that in the end of this masterclass. And important thing, guys, who here feels like they have been learning and learning and learning and not implementing, or maybe they just know the stuff, but every single day they wake up and they don't feel like doing it? Sahar said yes. Who else? Hiba said yes. Me. Dipinder said me. Let's see, I'm gonna pick it. Sagar said that's me. All right, so I'm gonna be telling you guys on how you can actually start implementing the stuff, and that is one of the rule that I have put in over here. Tanja also said that no much implementation. So we are going to make that commitment today here with everyone, that we are going to implement what we are going to learn. Is that a yes? Let me see. I need hand raised. Yes, good. Now I can see. Perfect. All right. Let me start sharing the screen. All right. So this is what we are here for, to share exactly what helped me hit almost 30,000 plus revenue with 19.7K in cash collection. I don't really look at revenues anymore, because sometimes people join in, they don't continue. Sometimes the revenues are, it's like a huge difference between the revenue and the cash collection, 50% difference. So I love to talk more about, and again, guys, I don't know, I still can hear someone is mute. Just a request, guys, one more time, just mute yourself. Any question that you guys have, keep writing down on your notes, so that in the end of this training, in the end of this class, I will be answering all of your questions. Okay, so I love to talk more about cash collection. Here, I have a very simple question to you guys. If I ask you guys that many of you are just starting out their journey, maybe, or maybe you are in a place where you have not yet hit your first $10,000. But if I tell you that you can absolutely reach a level where you are making $10,000 and $20,000 from 1 year from now, all you need is to trust on few things and keep doing it. Do you guys think it's a good deal or it's a bad deal? That's great. People said that's great. Rebecca said that's a good deal. Awesome. Great. Devinder said that's a great deal. Kashi said that's a great deal. Okay. And okay. I'm not sure if there's any button we can use, on Zoom that can kind of mute everyone. But for now, I'm just gonna check. That's why I'm a little bit slow right now, because I'm kind of just checking if everyone is mute or not. Okay. All right. I think it's better now. Oh, yeah. I think now I can do that. Let me just find you real quick. And I think I have to stop sharing for that. I'm going to make you co-host. Okay, I think it's only letting me make you host, not co-host, but let's see. So you can have people keep coming in, letting in, and if someone is not mute, you can do that. Okay. All right. I think, Tanu, now you have to allow me sharing the screen because I just made you host. All right, perfect.
Let me know if it works now.
Yes, now it's working.
Awesome.
And because I'm sharing my screen, guys, I am not being able to see many of your beautiful faces. but make sure you guys are interacting in the chat box so that I can still see who is learning and who is interacting and what kind of questions you guys have. I can answer all of them in the end. Welcome in, Rosina. I know you were trying to come in from so long. Okay, so next one. This is something that is, like I said, that is tested and proven. It's not only something, the technique that I have used is not something that only worked for me. I have been teaching this skill set, this framework to all of my clients. Some of them are here right now, and they have been getting some amazing results. I'm going to share a few results quickly. Priza Adhikari, one of our elite client, who has recently closed her $50,000 milestone inside her program, and overall she is a six-figure entrepreneur. This is one of the things that she has used when she did her first ever 5-day challenge in January. So we sat together, we planned everything, her marketing strategies, what content is she going to post, what stories is she going to post. And that really worked for her because all of her leads were coming from Facebook stories and the way we were putting it out there. Now, one of the things that some people who already know her is she used to be on TikTok for a long period of time. So when we planned her 5-day challenge, the first thing she told me was, Usma, I have not been on Facebook super active. So I cannot see that anyone is going to purchase anything from me. I don't see anyone is going to buy even VIPs. So I told her that, please, we are going to plan out everything in a way that people start raising their hand and you will see they will automatically be purchasing VIP. And that is exactly what happened within 1 week, because we did that promotion for 1 week. So in 1 week, she was able to make more than 22, 24, I guess, VIP sales, and ended up the whole month. Like in total of 3 months, she was able to make 16.5K. That was her first month when she reached this level. And of course, some other testimonials that I have received from her, you can see right here. Okay, I think something got stuck here. All right. Danu, I think she's right here. Danu, you're here. I don't know why it's showing here. That's weird. It's nothing over here, but then it's come on the slideshow. There's something coming up. All right. So another one, Rihanna. She has mentioned me multiple times that she's a person who gets so nervous talking to anyone else. Anyone have ever happened when you have something in your mind and you want to say it, but you feel like the words are just not coming out of my mouth. I just cannot say it. Anyone here who's like that? Rebecca says, that's me. Yeah, that's me. Okay. So Rihanna used to tell me that every time, Uzma, I know what I want to say, but I just cannot say it. I said, okay, Rihanna, you know what? This is time to play. How about to start putting those things that you cannot say to someone else directly on your stories? And she said, how can I do that? So I showed her the exact method on how I was doing it. She did it and she was like, it's working. People who were ghosting me, they're coming back. She was able to even handle the sales objection she was getting from using stories only. And then there was a time she sent me this message that you guys can see on the right side of the screen, where she said that you're so kind, and she had tears in her eyes. And because I had that strong connection with her, I could feel, why is that so? Because when she actually joined our program, she was in a place she invested multiple times already, and she was not being able to see any results. And finally, she finds something that was resonating with her, and she finally starts seeing results in her business. Next is Danu. I would say she has been one of our students who kind of is super close to me when it comes to making stories. And I really love her and appreciate her for that. Recently, she also created a course on how she has been creating Facebook stories. And that's what she shared. Like, she posted one curiosity story. That's like a kind of story that is in our framework. And she was able to generate 15 leads. Is that 15, Danu, or is it like more now?
I mean, it added up as the week went by, and I think right now I'm at like 30 something. So it kind of doubled.
Wow, that's great. That's great. So that is how powerful this simple Facebook feature is. My question here to you guys is, how many of you have already been using this feature and not getting result? Anyone here? No one? Okay, let's break it down. Anyone here who has already been using it? Raju said, I use stories all the time. Sumi said, using it. Amreen said, I'm using it. Rebecca, stories means the Facebook story section at the top. Amreen said, using but no results. Rebecca said, using it. Okay. Couple of times, but not consistently. Works great, but not using it consistently. Okay, so there's one thing that we guys are already, all of here are already kind of agreeing with, which is it is a great feature. It is a great way to generate leads. I have shown my results and I have shown some results of our clients. So we are going to talk about it in detail afterwards, later on, of course. Now, here's my question. This thing works and we all just agreed on that. The question is, who is really going to put in the work that I'm going to tell you today and see the results that I've been getting using Facebook stories? Raju says using Facebook rate in stories. Okay, but not consistently, but not response required consistently. Okay, cool. Yamuna said yes. Lee said me. Perfect. All right. So a few things, because we are going to get started with a little background story of me for all those who have been new into my world from past 1 or 2 months. And after that, we are going to dive in deeply of what exactly has been working. So to get the best out of this masterclass, number one thing, guys, is turn on all the distractions and concentrate here for next 60 minutes. I'm gonna make sure that I cover everything in next 60 minutes. It's not gonna be super long. The stuff that was taking a lot of time, I have kind of wrapped it up together and I'm gonna give it as bonus to you guys. So we're gonna keep it super simple and more productive so you guys can ask your questions and we can spend some really quality time here. Number two, if you have your phone with you, put it on airplane mode. And I'm gonna do the same because I'm gonna keep beeping otherwise. And all right. And if you have more tabs open on your computer, close it down so that we can focus over here. Number three, take notes. If you have a notebook, use that. If you have Google Docs, whatever you want to use, and keep writing down your questions or whatever comes in your mind, any thoughts that come in your mind, any confusion, so that in the end of this masterclass, I will be answering all of them. So a quick one. Who is this for and why am I exactly doing it? It is for those entrepreneurs who want to get consistent flow of leads. When I'm saying consistent flow of leads, I've been getting this question even from my own students who say, Uzma, I see you don't really actively promote your Facebook group, but every Friday you are welcoming a bunch of people in your group. What exactly are you doing? And to be honest, I'm not really and not actively promoting my Facebook group, but still, because the system is in place, things are happening automatically. Every single day we wake up, I think my VA is right here, Vinny is there. She's filling up our Trello board and writing down who are the people who are saying yes and asking us to reach out to them to see what possible help we can provide them to scale up their business. Second thing, if you're someone who want to hit a big number in a small period of time, like I told you guys, I was in a place in July where I was literally sending these messages to my coach. I call him by, that means brother, that brother, I need a lot of cash because I'm buying my house and it's gonna require a lot of down payment. I'm moving state. And when I'm gonna be in the new place, I'm still gonna, the new place always require a lot of money. I need a lot of money. I need a lot of cash. So if you're someone who need to hit a big number in less period of time, number three, if you have some clients and you want to help them with the launches, number four, if you already have a following, if you already have a friend list, and you want to monetize it, you can get help with this one. But here I want to make one point very clear. Even at this point, my Facebook friend list is less than 2,000 for sure. Because my life is, I'm going to share that. Why is that? So number one, like I said, I keep things super simple. And number two, I didn't have any other option but to keep it simple. So I'm going to explain how. Number three, if you already, no, not number three, number five, if you already have a Facebook group and you want to convert those members into high paying clients, then if you want to break your income ceilings, if you are already making maybe 5,500 per month, maybe you are looking to make your first $5,000 and you want to break that and you want to reach to new levels. And of course, come out of that feeling that I'm still a newbie, I don't know much, who's going to buy from me, who's going to learn from me, and finally coming out of those imposter syndrome and break all those limiting beliefs and see the results for your business and change in your life. And of course, finally fast track your business to new levels the way I did. So a quick story about me. Who is Uzma? Some of you already know me from the day one. Like Rajveer is here, Danu is here. Who else is here? Okay, Shah Nasib knows me from a long period of time. Aisha know me. Nick knows me. So few members are here who are new. So I'm just gonna go and give you guys a quick introduction on that. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, and I am a homemaker. I'm a simple human being who wake up, make great breakfast, spend time with her kid, spend time with her family, and overall making this small family a beautiful one. I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I have two brothers and a sister, and I am that. You guys know that one crazy aunt in the family, right? That every kid loves. That's me, and I do crazy stuff with them. So those are all my nephews and niece back home in Pakistan, and they keep asking me, when are you coming? When are you coming? So yeah. Then I'm a diabetic person, so this is how I wake up. Swollen face and sometimes even swollen hands. And I'm fine with that because a cup of tea always helps me out. I have mood swings like many others. I get upset, I get angry, but then I work on my mind and I get better. I'm a book lover. I love reading books. I feel many times when I get overwhelmed, reading just one page of book brings me back to normal. I love birds. I used to have parrots in my home, not now, but I'm going to be keeping them soon. I love to sit in sunshine. I love the mornings. At the same time, I don't really like the planes. It's scary, but still, I have to. And then I love spending time with my family. I'm a Bollywood fan. And then I do crazy stuff sometime with my family, with my son. I don't know what he was doing on my head, but still it was fun. Raju said same. Yeah, toddlers are going to do the same stuff. So basically, I am a simple human being just like you, who has a family, who has a life, who has a lot of dreams and tons of challenges like everyone else. And I have just this desire that I want to make a difference in my life and the lives who are around me. So question is, if my life was this simple, then what brings me in online world? Because we all say that online world is not easy. Entrepreneurship is not easy. You cannot be a private person. So if I was this private, what happened? I can go back to the time when I actually came to US. It was in 2018. I got married, came to US. I had my PhD, not PhD, I started PhD, but then I had to drop off. But I had my degree in molecular biology. I wanted to continue it, but what happened? I ended up getting $10,000 student loan just with one semester. And keeping that numbers, looking at those numbers, it made me realize that if I continue, this loan is going to be super high in next 2-3 years. And the rest of the life, I will just spend paying off this debt in the next 30 years or something. And that is something I didn't want it to do. On top of that, we were new. I was here, my husband was here, and he was working, I was not working. And of course, everyone living outside, living in US, Canada, or any countries like that, they know we need to work. Otherwise, we're not gonna be able to make it happen. So I had to start working. So I found a job at a retail store, Home Depot. I started working there. Apparently, I was doing good. I was getting promotions every other day, not every other day, every other month. And when I was working there, after 4 or 5 months, I found out that I was pregnant. That was, of course, one of the happiest moments of my life because I wanted to have a family. But then life happened. And as I was working there, if you guys can see this aisle, all those heavy items, cards, I was not really paying attention to my health. I was just so much focused on my work and just performing the best I can that I end up losing that child because he had tons of physical abnormalities. So when I was almost like 5 months pregnant, I end up with DNC. So that was one of the first ever time I felt like job is not for me. If this is what it comes with, I'm not gonna do that. But at that time, I tried to do some stuff here and there, but I couldn't do it because my husband was not really on the same page with me. So I had to kind of step back and like, okay, let's just continue. So soon after that, I found out, almost like not soon after, I had to go through tons of treatments after that. Almost took me 1 more year to get pregnant again. And then again, it was not easy. Like I said, I am diabetic. So I had my glucometers on me. I had my sensors on me. My feet were swollen. If you guys can see this picture, you can literally see that hole in my arm. Like that still are on my arms and everywhere. But like I said, I had no other option. I was not thinking outside the box. I was not thinking I'm gonna do anything else. So I kept doing what I was doing. So the time went by, and finally, October 2020, I became mother, and that's Ryan. Looks cute, and I look super oily, but that's fine. So this happened afterwards. I thought I wanted to become a mother and want to have a family, and everything would be sorted, unless he was born, and it was almost 3 months were over, and I realized I have to go back to my job, and I'm like, oh, I never thought about that. So what I'm gonna do now? In that moment, I remember there was no one else to help us babysit our son, and he was just 3 months, and COVID was still going on. And the first day I had to drop him off the daycare, I was just crying all day long in my job. That was my first day back to the job. Everyone was congratulating me on becoming a mother, and I was finding corners to cry. Still, time kept going, and Ryan kept getting sick in the daycare. If you can see, like he was getting, those blisters on his face, something happened in his eyes. And the mother inside me was crying, like, what's going on? I already lost my first child. And what's going on with the second one? Even if I'm talking now, I feel like I'm going to cry, but I'm holding myself strong. And then came another day, which made me realize that it's enough, which was Ryan got chickenpox. It was already worse. Like he got chickenpox. He was like 5 months, I guess, 5 months old. But as soon as I called my store, told my manager that I won't be able to come off to job for another 2 months, 2 weeks, sorry. He said, oh, okay, what happened? I said, well, my son got chickenpox. And he said, okay, and how and why can't you come to work? I said, because my son got chickenpox. He said, yeah, he got chickenpox, not you. And for the next few seconds, I was speechless. I said, I'm telling you that my 5 months old son got chickenpox and I need to be with him. And he said, okay, what about your husband? Can't he be with him? I said, no, I want to be with him because he's more attached to me. So I just need 2 weeks off. He said, okay, you're not going to get the pay. I said, I'm fine with that. He said, and you also need to submit the proof from the doctor. I said, the proof from the doctor, like you want me to take his pictures and send it over to you? He said, no, I need doctor statement. I said, for what? He said, so he can tell that he has chickenpox and you also cannot come to job. I answered all his questions, but then I started questioning myself. Is it really worth, Uzma? Is it really something? Is it what you want? Is this how you're going to spend your life? I was requesting every other person if they can babysit my son. I had the guilt that I'm not being there for him. So I know that nothing is going to change if things keep going the same way. In order to make a change, I have to do something different. So I made the decision that day I'm going to find something and I want to be home with him. So there's a few things that I did at that time. I started, I'm not sure if you guys know this website, rap.com, where we can work as a transcriptionist. I worked hours and hours, only made $60. Then I started selling some old stuff on Mercury. It worked, but not the way that can replace my 9 to 5 job. I tried to make an account on Amazon, but required me a lot of investments. I stepped back. Then I started a TikTok account, started putting Rayan's videos. I started getting followers, but I just didn't know how to monetize it. I just didn't know how to actually get those creator funds. I was new to all of that. So I'm like, okay, I think need to do something. And then when I was doing all of that, search engine optimization was noticing that I was trying to find something doing online. So it showed me affiliate marketing. And I ended up investing in a high ticket program called Freedom Breakthrough on November 7th. Yeah, and I'm in US. I still sometimes just can't read the dates properly. So it's November 7th. And then another thing happened. Right after 10 days, my mentor called me in the office and said, Uzma, we are so excited because we are going to give you a promotion. And I was like, okay, maybe that can be a sign of something good. And I said, like, okay. Oh, sorry, I think I have a full picture of that. But you can see the date is November 29th, 2021. So they said they're going to promote me from team lead to supervisor. And there was $1 raise. And I kept looking at her face. $1 raise per hour. And I started calculating it. Okay, so how much am I making? How much I will be making? I'm like, okay, you know what? It's not going to happen. And I'm not sure what came in my mind or what, just sometimes God sent that, power to you. I said, I really appreciate you guys thought about me, but I'm going to respectfully decline it. And in fact, if you guys can make me a part-time associate, I want to step down from the position I'm currently at. And she was looking at me like, are you serious? I said, yes, I'm 100% serious. She said, but why would you do that? I said, well, I'm not sure why, but you guys gonna see that. So I stepped down from whatever I was doing already, and I started doing my job only part-time. So only working in the morning because I wanted to pay attention on my business. So now that happened, I started posting on TikTok. I already had the account. Like I said, I was posting a dance video. So I had like 800, 900 followers already. And then I made my first sale within 1 week. You guys can see the dates, like November 12th. And then first high ticket in 21 days. Now, this is a question I get a lot, and I'm going to simplify it again for you. I got my first sale within 1 week. It's not because I'm a pro. It's not because I have some superpowers. It's just because I was consistently posting the content, and I was a part of a challenge. The program creator did a challenge that time where everyone was supporting each other, and then someone just click the link in my bio and they just purchased it, and that's how I actually started. Now, how I hate my first high ticket sale. Do you guys have stories on hitting your first high ticket sale? Anyone have any interesting story they want to share? Let me stop sharing here. Any interesting one? No one? Okay. So mine is very simple. It's not really interesting one, but this is how it happened. I was just going in different groups, specifically the program I was part of, and I was helping those people who were asking questions. And I was even jumping on calls with those people without expecting anything in return. And one day there was a person who reached out to me and said, "Usma, I see you posted in the group that you are generating leads, you have made some low ticket sales, etc., etc." So yeah, I did. And he mentioned me, he invested in high ticket. No, he's soon going to invest in high ticket and he needs some help. And that's how he just purchased from my link and I gave him some help. But in the end of the day, just helping him selflessly made me get my first high ticket. Now, that's how I started. That's how I had my first $10,000 in affiliate marketing. And then after that, I invested in a multiple six-figure coach in January 2022. And that is how my journey to coaching started, because I wanted to be a better person. I wanted to be a better version of myself. By that time, my job was still part-time. I had not quit. And my first goal ever was I wanted to quit my job and be home with my son. And that happened in next 6 months. And I took this picture when I was going to submit my resignation, and I was super happy. And then I was finally home with my son, and I had grown up my business to 50K by that time. Some quick awards that I have been receiving, 10,000, 20,000, even 50,000. And those all rewards were just sign of one thing, which is start helping others with the knowledge that I already had and start putting in the actions of what I was learning. So this is one of the questions that I get a lot. I'm not sure how many of you have also asked me this question, which is why coaching? How many of you feel like coaching is challenging? Anyone here feels that way? I would love to know if anyone feels that way. Tanu said me. Okay. Yeah, Rajvi said yes. Rebecca said yes. Prima said love coaching. Sahar said yes. Okay, so that is one of the questions I was getting a lot. That Uzma, listen, you are a mother, you are a wife, you are a homemaker, you are already washing dishes, doing laundry, changing diapers, and on top of that, you are taking care of your clients and helping them make a difference in their life. Why are you doing all of that stuff? Because I said I'm a coach, and it's hell of challenging doing it online. Absolutely, totally agree with that. Tanja said it's a passion. Sumi said, absolutely love it. Danu said, in my first batch, I had 11 students to take care of, and that's such a change. Yes. So now I'm going to share this. I didn't become a coach intentionally. I became it because I feel like this is what God has written for me. When I was making all this progress in my business, I started getting recognitions. People were reaching out to me, asking me to do guest coaching calls, getting these kind of feedbacks that people are learning from me. They are seeing the needle in their business moving when they're learning something from me. And then, of course, getting interviews, tons of interview. I didn't get a chance to put all of them here, but I tried to put some over here. And then I was getting this kind of feedback where people were saying that their inbox are getting flooded with messages. The session was power packed, right? And let me see if I can read a few of them. Let's say Rihanna said, I appreciate your commitment. You came to live and provided valuable information. Yeah, that was my kind of passion. I still wanted to help people. So even if I was not feeling well, I was there to deliver the session. And then let's say Ruchika said, you never fail to amaze me. Then Uzma, you just shared a value bomb. I understand the mistakes I was making in my session. And all these kind of testimonials, these are really the early ones in my journey that I was getting, that was making me feel like, okay, Uzma, whatever you're teaching, people loving it, they are really appreciating it, they are reaching out to you. And I started loving the process. Now, here's my question. Who here feels like if they get the same kind of messages, they're not going to stop themselves, but they're going to fall in love with this kind of messages? Danu said, May, okay. Razina said, I love coaching people. Raju said, I would love that. Perfect. Who else? Sandra said, lovely messages. Thank you. Lee said, me. All right. Cool. Okay. So some other, right? Like someone getting their first high ticket sale, someone closing a high ticket. Could be first ever 10K case study client closed multiple sales, multiple high tickets. Selena, I think she was 19 years old that time. She gave me literally all this calculation on how many deals she closed. And I was like, okay, you're just 19. What the heck you just did? And every time they're like, oh, you told me this work. You told me that this work. And I'm like, okay, those moments when you are just not believing on yourself, but people are coming to you and they are telling you that whatever you told us this worked, and you feel like, wow, this is a blessing. Right? Then I started my journey basically to start making money online, like many others. And then it became a journey where I started progressing and make a huge impact and wanted to do things that has really helped me out. And when I see these people making change in their life, I kept going. That love, that support, that appreciation make me kept going. I went to FHL, meet all these 7 and 8 figure entrepreneurs. I was super awkward in the first day. I shared a story about this one that I might share again. But in the end, I kept getting better and better. And finally, I kept investing, guys. I know this is something that is not easy. And I still feel like, although I have invested this much, but these are all the investments that I made. Sometimes I even sit down and I feel like, okay, was I crazy? But then I look at the change, the difference that I see in my life from investing first time $1,800 to investing $25,000 in a mastermind program to investing 5,000 twice for FHL last year, and this year already have paid the tickets, hotel, and everything, almost close to $60,000. But the thing is, guys, if one can invest this kind of money and can see 5x return on that, should they really question on why they made all these investments, or should they keep going? So I kept going. So to summarize, I am a person who belong to a family where women never show up on social media. And one of my university friend is here. She might can remember how I was back in university. And I'm breaking all this limiting belief. And very first person, even from my own family, who's doing everything like this, and now CEO and founder of a multiple six-figure coaching academy, from making $21,000 in a year. You guys can see my 2019 pay to 21,410 to making the same kind of money in 20 days and 10 days. And then from feeling I cannot communicate in English, for all those people who are not native English speakers, they can kind of feel it, right? I remember the time I came to US. I don't know how it's going to sound to you guys, but I used to tell people, can you repeat yourself? Because I didn't used to understand what they're saying. And to a place where I'm hosting all these 5 day challenges and masterclass and trainings and meeting all these people and even getting direct live feedback from people like Katie Richardson, who is a multiple 7-figure entrepreneur. So this all changed because of what? This all changed because I have only one thing, guys, which is desire and the willingness to keep it going. And these are some of the pictures that I really wanted to show you guys, because when someone say it's easy, it's not easy, but it's just doable. And it goes back especially to all mothers who can relate. I think Rajveer has her young one in her lap. She can relate. We don't give up on our kids, right? She's attending this call and Karan is right in her lap. That's the same way I kept doing. I have never been perfect. I still do not have multiple, like many things which are not in place. But one thing that is there is I really want to make a difference in my life and in the lives around me. I have done coaching calls having Rayan in my lap, just the way Rajveer is doing right now. I have have sleepless nights, even last night. That was same. I was making slides and Rayan was not willing to come out of my lap. And I did it. I did it crying. I did it having tears in my eyes. I still did it. I still showed up sitting on the floor. I still showed up when I had COVID. I still showed up when my house was a mess. And I still showed up in the nights when my son and Ryan were sleeping in the back. I still showed up in this place in the corner. You can see it was just one apartment, one room apartment. There's no separation. There's no office. Like nothing fancy stuff. There's just a table and chair. And Ryan used to play. You guys can clearly see his toys in the back and the mess he used to create while I was in the coaching calls. As long as he was fine, I was fine. Okay, I will just clean everything after the coaching call. So this is my message to all of you guys, because I know you guys are here and you guys are here because you want to make a change in your life and your lives around you. That this is the reality check. I'm not here to show you any fancy stuff, but this is how it goes and this is how it works. And finally, I had the courage to think big and take aligned actions and kept revisiting my own goals. and breaking my limiting belief. And finally, I remember the time. I used to be in work, I was working in Home Depot, and there used to be a guy who used to come in, and he always say, why don't you just buy your house? I mean, just collect $50,000, $60,000. You will have enough for your cash, for a down payment, and you can get a house. And I used to literally look at his face like, how the heck someone can have 50 or $60,000 sitting in their bank? It's not going to happen. Like, impossible. But when I see that happening, I could see that it's all about what you put in your mind. If you feel like it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. If you feel it's going to happen and you take aligned actions, it will happen. And I'm super blessed that I'm standing in my own home. I know it's not perfectly set, but at least it's my place. We're still working on it. And that was kind of it as my story. And I just gave the Shah Rukh Khan post. Whoever is a Bollywood fan, they can see that. So here's my question, guys. How many of you have the courage to change your life? Not for me, not for anyone, but for you. Who here? And that's when we are going to take a picture, a selfie, a commitment selfie, whatever you want to call it, and put a hashtag magic marketing. I think I'm going to do the same. Or tag me over there so that we are making this commitment with each other that we are not going to stop unless or until we hit our goals, whatever that goal is. For me, the first one was to be home with my son, and second was to be able to have my own place called home. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen here. I'm going to take a quick selfie with you guys. And if you guys can also, oh, we have two screens. All right, I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, but let's see. If you guys can turn on your camera, that would be great. I can take a good picture, and then we're going to dive in deep into the training part. Ready? All right. Oh, H. Karan is right there. Okay. Who else is taking a picture? I'm going to take a picture here. Oh, you guys look good. And I have another screen, so perfect. Oh, I just saw Shahid uncle. Welcome. Good to see you. All right. I'm going to give you guys another 5 seconds. Quickly take the picture. Let me just go back to the screen again and make a commitment with your own self that you are not going to stop until you make it happen. Rita just drink the water at the wrong time, but that's okay if that wasn't the picture. All right. So here's the thing. Does everything looks good from my end? Looks like everything that I wanted I have accomplished? Or you guys feel like something is still missing? What do you guys think? Satyam said meet is started or not? No, we have not started the training yet, Satyam. We're gonna be diving into in next few minutes. Yes, we all have higher and higher goals. So what is my mission now? My mission is to continue this beautiful journey of being a super present mother, wife, daughter, and to provide them with the best possible I can, and to help more Uzma. And when I'm saying more Uzma, it does not really mean females. It just means more people who are crazy like me, who have something in their mind that they want to achieve, something big they have dream about, and they're not going to stop themselves. You probably have something higher to say. Yeah, making an impact is way higher than anything else because, like I said, it's something challenging and it's something that requires a huge why. If you don't have that, you're not going to do that. No one would wake up. Even my husband was telling me, like, I think I slept at like 2:30 in the night and then I woke up at 5, and he was like, I would never do that. I'm like, okay, I understand that, because you need to be super crazy to do those stuff. All right, so that was all on giving you some of my background story and giving you some inspiration and showing some reality check in the back end that if this is your situation and you are still going, in 1 or 2 years, you are going to be in a place where you want to go and where you want to reach. Now, here is my thing. Who is ready to go all in? Are we all in? And then I'm going to start sharing the marketing strategy that is used. Raju said, good, 100%. Hiba said, I have suffered from depression. I can understand that feeling, Hiba. Maybe we can have a talk about it later on what exactly is coming in your mind. But this is definitely something that many people face out there, living in a joint family. I can imagine. All freaking in, Satyam said all in. All right, good. Okay, so how using one kind of content and one kind of marketing strategy bring me in $20,000, more precisely 19,700 in 10 days launch. So who here have ever felt overwhelmed when it comes to running their business and you guys have thoughts coming like, who can I actually help? Anyone who still have the doubts that the audience that I'm serving, is this the right audience? Should I change my audience? That's not the one getting results. Prima said me. Satyam said yes. Anytime this question comes in your mind that who is going to value my offer and pay me? How can I have a converting offer? Like, we keep listening to those statements, those wordings, those terminologies. Converting statement, what is that? Irresistible offer, what is that? And a simple question maybe, what should I do? What should I post? What should I put on story? I still ask myself this question sometimes. What should I put on my stories? Should I go live? Should I just write down something? Like, what should I do? I think Danu was asking this, should I go live or should I? I'm like, Danu, just do whatever you feel like. So, and then where to start the conversation from and how to make the transition towards booking a call. How to actually show them that you are a person of authority, you know the stuff you're talking about, how to have someone open up with you, how to book a call, how to be more persuasive, and how to handle someone's concern, and much more. We all get those thoughts almost every single day, right? Now, here's the thing, and here's the reality check again. When I say that I kept things simple, this is something that automatically happened. It's not, I think I just wrote coincidence by mistake. It's not coincidence, but it was a coincidence. It happened because my situation was like that, right? I'm a mother, I'm a housewife, I have a toddler. Back then he was not a toddler. With all these challenges, I could not do things, all of those. I still don't do email marketing. I still don't have funnel. I still don't really have a website. I still don't have tons of things that many other coaches out there are doing that I know can help me scale up my business, but I'm still not doing it because I know still simplicity can help me out achieve the results that I want. Satyam said, boring things give more results. Yeah, seriously. All right, so we are going to simplify together. Very simple question, guys. Look at the process. How do you buy a car? Anyone who have recently purchased a car? I mean, we did. So if I really walk you guys through what we do when we go to buy a car. Anyone? One thing that we all do is we sit in this car and we drive, right? Before purchasing it. Do we all agree on that? That we test drive it? Yes. Okay. Yes, we test drive it. Perfect. Second thing, if you go and buy a pair of shoes, what is the one thing that you definitely do? You try it on. Perfect, Prema. We try it on. It's the same thing as we purchased a car, no? Test drive and trying on a pair of shoes, it's the same thing. We try it on. Now, third thing, whenever you even buy a pair of glasses, what do? We try it on, right? If I don't put it on my face and see how it looks like, I'm not going to buy it. Simple as that, right? Yes, does it suit me? We try it on. So one thing common is every time we are buying something, we do one thing, which is we try it on. Now, here is a moment of thought. You want someone to buy something from you. Are they trying it on? Or are you letting them try it on? Or how can you make sure they try it on? We're going to talk about it soon. Second thing, whenever you place an order online specifically, or maybe you just go and place an order on Amazon, what is the first thing you guys do? Review. Yes. Check reviews. Perfect. We go and read reviews. If we are reading 10 reviews, first 10 and 5, even 2 or 3 people are saying something bad, I'm like, okay, step back. That's normal, right? We check reviews. It means reviews means what? Testimonials. And it means what? What people are talking about this product. If I really connect it to another way is either before buying something, people either try it on themselves, and if they cannot try it on, they see what other people are talking about it. Because we believe with what other people have gotten results instead of just listening to the person who's actually selling something, because more and more beliefs come in the way that, that person is just trying to sell something. I have all these books in the back. I purchased it by checking the reviews, even that $10 book. Now, that is the exact same thing that I did in that particular launch that I'm talking about today, the marketing strategy that I used. Have people try it on, that I'm going to share now, and then testimonials. So just remember, people do not buy something if they are not sure about it. And to be sure, they need to try it on. And how they can try it on when you are an online seller, they can listen to your story on how it has changed your life. They can see how you teach, your experience. And then we believe in what others are saying about something else and their experience, which is testimonial reviews. Now, what I did, I combined them together. I said, okay, this looks super powerful. So if one thing is this powerful, I'm going to combine them together and let's just do it. So, okay, I think the slide was kind of incomplete, it's fine. But the first phase, when we are doing something, any kind of launch and any kind of challenge or a masterclass or a training, workshop, whatever you want to name it, the first phase is always to do our research. And I feel most of the people, what I see, they just go and make an official launch form post. They don't do market research. They don't do anything. They don't really prepare themselves for this. So number one, research phase. And five main things actually come in it, but still I'm gonna mainly focus on marketing. For the sales purpose, I have something in my mind. Number one is your audience. Sorry, for this one, yeah. Number one is audience. For my clients who are here, they know that I always talk about these 5 pillars. Whatever is going on in your business, you always and every time you need to look in these 5 things. Your audience, your offer, your marketing plan, your selling plan, and your serving plan. And this normally goes a week, 2 weeks before the launch. You need to make up your mind and start your research. Now, first thing, when it comes to your audience, this is what I exactly did. How many of you actually study your business every month, ending every month, you actually sit down and study your business? Anyone? No one is doing that? Okay, Danu did. Lynn said never. Rebecca said no. No, got stuck. Okay. When somebody said yes, perfect. So when you read your own business from a third person's point of view, this will give you the real stats on who is the right audience for you that has been getting massive results and value from you. All the coaches over here, have you ever felt like someone enrolled in your program, but they are not getting results, or they're just not showing up on the calls? Or maybe you are the one, like, running after them, hey, put in the work, do something, but your client is not doing anything. And then you feel like, I didn't need that kind of money. Roger said yes. And then you felt like, no, I didn't want that. It means that person is not your audience, right? So this is what I did. I made a list of all the clients from January 2022 till June 2023. And I see a few things. Number one, who are the top 5 case study clients and what is common in them? And for you, everything can be different. So this helped me identify the right audience who has been working with me and Of course, if you do, you will get the same. And note down everything, their age, their vision, their growth. They were full-time, like they're into business full-time, they're doing it part-time. Every single thing that you can imagine about them, write it down. For me, if I really look and see who are the top 5 people who were in my coaching, none of them were full-time into business. All of them were part-time. Most of them were ranging in the age less than 25. Prima, it's normally whoever you have already served. If you already have clients, go and read back. If you have not served any clients, if you have helped anyone for free, then just see who are the people who really came back to you and told you the things that you teach. Have they implemented it? Have they gotten any results? Did they came back to you and ask you more questions? So that research on with the people who you have already served. So once I got that one, I did the other thing. The other thing was, who are the clients not putting in the work? Now, first is the ones who were putting in the work and they get the massive results. Second, who were not putting in the work and what's common in them. Now, see if there was anything missing from your own side and be honest with yourself. And when I'm saying this, I know it's not easy. It's not easy to be critical to your own self, but we all need to know that when we start out, we also are in the learning phase. We are not the best version of ourselves, but as long as we are still there to help them out the best possible way, that's the best you can do, of course. Now see who they were. Anything that's missing from your side, write it down. Then who they were and what made them note to take actions. Third thing, how many follow-ups you actually did and you try to hold them accountable and still it didn't happen. And then if possible, and if they're still in the game, reach out to them and collect feedback. One of the things that has really, really helped me grow up my business is collecting feedbacks. Good, bad, neutral, collect it. Collect feedback, such a simple message. Hey brother, hey sister, I know your coaching with our program is over, but since you were a part of the program and I kept thinking about what makes you not to take action or what are the things that did not work out for you, if you can just give me a feedback, that way I will be able to work on my program better and assist and help my clients the better in future. Now this will help you also understand if there was something that was missing from your side, from their point of view. Sometimes they tell you something and you feel like, that might be true, right? So that's helpful. Sometimes you feel like, well, okay, they said something, then you start thinking, then you start analyzing, and then you feel like, okay, but they still didn't put in the work. And you now know who not to work with. It's same important as to know who to work with. And third thing, which is really important, is write down the names. Now, these people doesn't really have to be the ones who have made tons and thousands of dollars of money or something, but who you really enjoyed working with. You love their company, who are always there to show up, who are always taking actions or trying their level best, and you find that, okay, I love working with them. And what is common in them? What is their vision? Do they have same kind of vision? What is that? When you have all this data, you will have way more clear picture. Who am I going to help for the next time? Yes, Satyam said, get the list. Now, second thing is your offer. If you're going to do a launch, what can be your offer? Because we need that converting an irresistible offer. Now, first thing is focus on your low-hanging fruits, guys. Who here know what does this mean? What is low-hanging fruits? No idea. You must say no idea. Okay, who else? People who have been refused twice, so means who are warm and hot, who have worked or had book calls with you. Yes. The ones who were super close to join your program, but did not for some reason. Those are called low-hanging fruits. So focus on those ones first, because they already shared what's not working for them. They already put their trust on you. They already shared everything with you. They might even jump on a call with you, but something stopped them there. All you need is to focus on what stopped them. So that is also what I did. I checked my Calendly app. If you have another booking system, go back and check all the calls that you have ever booked. So I kind of to take a look at last 3 months, last 6 months, 9 months, up to even 1 year you can go. I went almost like 6 months because before that I was not really booking calls. I was doing everything on the DMs, but still I had few names in my mind. And then you will have to see a few things, which is who they were. Affiliate, for me, it was affiliate marketers. Some of them were like who wanted to become a coach. Some were existing coaches. Few were freelancers, service providers. It can be different for you. Who exactly these people were who are literally on the fence. Second thing that you will be focusing on in your research period is how did they get to know about you in the first place? Now, why this question is important? This will also help you identify what are the places your ideal audience or the people who really opened up in front of you and wanted to join came from. For me, the maximum answer I got was they saw my coach or my client tagging me somewhere else. And now here's the point of thought. Why would my coach and my clients tag me? If I am helpful, if I'm doing something good, selflessly helping others. Second thing, they saw my comment on someone else's profile, which means being more visible, showing help with your comments, in short, doing comment marketing. Third, they found me in suggested friend list. Fourth was they saw me in some group. And last one, the least one was they saw me as an active member in some 5-day challenge that I attended. Now the answers can be different for you, and this is your data. Now, whatever the maximum answer you get, it means you need to do that one thing more that has been working for you. Some guests are here. All right, Rebecca, take care. We will send you the replay. Okay. So now, the people who have already joined you earlier, why did they join you? Get some data from them. And I did it. I reached out to my clients. I asked them one simple question: what made you guys invest with me? Answer was they joined my 5-day training, they attended my masterclass, they loved the way I teach. Some said they saw my results and they want to get the same goal, they want to achieve the same goal. Some said they see my clients getting results, they are saying good stuff about me. Some said they feel connected to my story, they find it inspiring. And that's how what I got to know is what actually works for me. And if you now pay attention to the same thing, guys, that I told you on the buying process, if they join my 5-day challenge and my masterclass, it means what? They tried it on. My masterclass and my challenges help them see how I teach. It means tried it on. Yes, trust. Right, perfect, the right word. Now, this is the difficult one, but I still do it. I know it's not easy, but those who do not join your program, maybe you saw them joining another program, maybe they just didn't join, reach out to them and get a feedback on what made them not to join you. And I always do this. I always reach out to them and ask them what could I have done differently and you would have joined. If they can just give me a feedback, that would be great. Or what are the things that actually hold them back, considering that I'm not going to be taking the conversation or moving the conversation now. There are multiple ways you can say it. So first thing, reach out to them, see if anything changed. If it's been a while, if it's recent, I try to just get the, as soon as I can. But if not, then just reach out to them, ask them anything changed, get permission for survey, get feedback. Now, when I did, the most common answer that I got was uncertainty and investment. Uncertainty was not in terms of they will get results. Uncertainty was coming more in terms of do they have enough time? Their family is not sure about it. and their family's belief is coming and kind of destroying their own belief. So they were uncertain. And then second common was investment. So I got all this data because this is going to what help me make a new offer. Now what I did, I combined, remember I just told you guys that I combined two things together. So in that research phase, I wanted more people to try on what I teach. So I did a value-based marketing. Few posts that I shared that time, first one, validation. You guys know that I always keep on talking about handling sales objection, talking about sales, talking about asking the right set of questions. So that's exactly what I did. I said, hosting a training on how to handle sales objection by asking the right set of questions to close 5K to 12K deals who want free access. So I got that validation post. Second one, I hosted that training, and then there was a post after that, like a testimonial post again. And what I was doing all this time, all these people who were engaging and who were showing up and who were commenting, I was having open conversation with these people, right? And last one was training result. Now what I did, I think it all happened in 2 weeks. In these 2 weeks, I did a training that I feel this is my strength. I gave them a taste of how I teach and how it can help them. We did live role plays in that training. I think we did 2 or 3 role plays there, and I collected feedback. And even one of them, who's a multiple 5-figure entrepreneur, she told me that she closed $3,000 deal just by following that role play. So I shared that result. Now, what I did, I provided tons of value. I generated tons of leads. I opened more conversation with those people. I gained their trust. And when they see that, okay, this stuff works, now what happened? The first thing was done, which is tried on. Now it was the second thing, which was what? Anyone remember what was the second stuff? Just to make sure everyone is up and not sleeping. Okay, review, yes. Review. Okay, perfect. All right. Now, oops. Now I had my homework done. And these slides are kind of, I don't know why they are just over here and there. But now I had my research done. I did the first part, which was giving them a taste of how I teach and let them try it on. And then I had to move to the second part. So what I did, audience was done, offer research was done. I provided the free value, I generated leads, and I opened conversation with these people. So the first phase, which is research phase, based on 5 things, that was completely done. Now that was the second phase, which is pre-launch week. Pre-launch week, when I'm not really talking about the offer, but I'm making up my audience mind that there's going to be an offer, and I'm making up their mind, not only about the offer, but changing their belief pattern. So first thing is we are going to finalize the offer. So based on all the data that I receive, I started putting in my offer together. First, what is the end result? What is the end result I'm going to help them to get? So I phrase it in different words because this is one of the things I have learned from my coach. He always say that don't just keep repeating one thing in the same way, keep saying it in the same stuff in different ways. It means not only just say, you have the potential to make, let's say 70,000 in next 1 year. Maybe you can sometimes say 10,000 consistently in cash collection. Sometimes 10,000 cash collection can sometimes be same as 15 to 20K in revenue. So use different kind of terminologies. And that's what exactly I did. If you see all my posts, I was using different kind of terminologies because everything hits differently to everyone. What is the final offer? This is on my profile. I'm gonna give you kind of a quick look onto that, which was, remember I showed you that many people stop because of investment. So I gave them a huge discount, one-time huge discount of $2,200. Second thing, for those who said they're not being able to pay in full and have them situations going on, and I exactly know they had some situations going on because some of them really applied even for loan and got rejected and all that stuff. So I gave them 4-month payment plan. Third thing that I found missing in many businesses out there was practice. I believe, it's not only I believe, it's simple. Who here is a lover of tea or even coffee, let's say? We all drink at least one of that, right? There's normally one person in the whole house who is good in making tea or maybe coffee. Why is that so? Hira said, me, coffee and tea. Because they keep on making it over and over and over. For me, in my home, my husband is the one who make good taste of tea. Like I don't like my own tea. He's the one because he do it more, right? So it means I know that even you can get your sales call framework. Where is this book? Yeah, this one, right? I don't know how many of you guys have this book. This book is just $1. And who wrote it? Mr. Dan Henry. This book have the sales framework, exact sales framework I always use. But just reading this one is not gonna make me pro in sales. What's gonna actually make me pro in sales is doing it way more. This book is called The Pocket Guide to High Ticket Selling. I got it when I went to FHL. He was giving it free at that time, but now I think it's $1. So what actually is, because you will read it, you will try to make it, you will make tons of mistakes, you will read it again, you will make mistakes, you will make mistakes, you will make I still make mistakes, to be honest, and I don't hold myself to tell that, because that's how human are, right? So I decided I'm gonna give an offer that they're going to practice sales with me, they're going to practice their write down their content with me, we will be structuring their content offer and everything together. So they are actually putting in training, like practicing in the calls instead of just asking questions and going away. But at the same time, I also wanted to have people break their limiting belief that they cannot pay and they need to pay in smaller goal or in low subscription. So what I did, I added some paid in full bonuses, which was, I think when they were paying in installment, there was an additional $1,200 or $1,300. So paying in full was helping them save their money. Number two, paying in full was giving them 2 additional months. Number three, when they were paying in full, they were getting one-on-one call every 6 weeks. And number four, I told them I will plan out their masterclass or 5-day challenge or any other event they will be doing personally. Now, what happened was surprising. Almost 90% of them paid in full because they wanted to get all these bonuses. So if you have that limiting belief, guys, that no one is going to pay you in full, put a difference in paying in full and not paying in full, and you will see people were trying to find ways to pay in full, right? And then the important thing that your offer should have is always accountability guarantee, because they need to be sure, right? I added 4x return on investment. The only condition is they need to show up and put in the work. And what also helped them to take action towards that accountability and to believe on that is what? Reviews and testimonials. And that is one thing I added in my marketing. Everything is clear up till here, guys, before we dive into marketing phase? All clear? Okay. Prima said yes. Sami said all clear. Cool, perfect. Asmina said yes. All right, perfect. Now, marketing phase. Here comes the marketing phase, which is 3 pages, which is 3 weeks: pre-launch week, launch week, and the closing week. So pre-launch week, it's the first thing that not first thing, but one thing that I always do, and anyone here who doesn't have the clarity on comments, you need to show up in different profiles and in different groups and make comments, there are different kind of comments that you can make. We have a framework on that. Now, here's my invitation to you guys. Anyone here who feels or who do not have a clarity on comment marketing, or who wants to get our comment marketing training from our paid program that our clients have paid us amount for, note it down and let me know. By the end of this training, I will send it to you for free. That is a bonus number 1, because I told you guys I'm going to add tons of bonuses. So I did comments mostly. I don't really go and do comment marketing in groups. It's not like this is not the right way. This is the right way. You still go to groups and do that. But I personally focus in making myself more visible in different profiles instead of groups, because that has been working for me. Now, you need to make a list of hot, warm, and cold leads. Here's my quick question. Everyone here who doesn't have the clarity on the difference between hot, cold, and warm lead. All right, I'm going to explain it real quick. So a hot lead is not someone that just reach out to you and say, hey, I want to know about your program, or hey, I want to make money online. That's not the hot lead. A hot lead is one that know, like, and trust you, that have tried it on your stuff, that have seen your testimonials, they absolutely believe and trust on you, and they're asking about your coaching. That's called a hot lead. Sometimes that trust can be built overnight if your testimonials are that strong, and sometimes that trust needs time to build. Second thing is a warm lead. A warm lead is one that know you, they like you, they've been trying on your stuff, and they're in the phase of trusting you with their money, but they are not asking you about your coaching, but they know and like you and trust you to tell you what's going on, but not with their money only. Now the cold lead can be as cold as when you know, hey, where did you find me, by the way? And they say, oh, I'm not sure. And you feel like, okay, never mind. But just an example. A cold lead is normally the one they are just getting to know you. They hardly like you. They're not even coming up on your profiles. They're not showing any kind of interest. They're not consuming your content. So that's a cold lead. And you make yourself visible on their profiles purposely. Of course, do not just go on cold leads. I'm not really a fan of that, but you still need to kind of, categorize it. Let's say if you are putting a number of 30 comments in a day, 10, 10, and 10, that's a good number to go with. And then I have also seen one mistake people doing comment marketing is they keep showing up on same profiles over and over. Anyone do that? Don't do that. Don't make them feel like you're just on top of their head all the time. If let's say your warm list have, let's say 60 people, 10 one day, 10 another day, another 10 another day, another 10. And so the first batch is going to take another 4 or 5 days before you go on their profile again. So it doesn't look like you're just on top of them and, they feel like, oh, okay, what's wrong with that person? Okay, now the important part, your profile content. So this is what I did. I started with curiosity post. If you are someone who's free, Rosina, I'm noting 2 names. I think I noted 2 names or 3 names. Prima asked, Amrina asked, who else? Just keep writing down on your side notes. And in the end, I'm going to be noting down the names, or we can maybe talk about it or get that in the group later on. So if you're doing something new, guys, you can add a validation post, which means if I do something like A, B, C, D, will you be interested? But if not, if this is something that you have done multiple times, it's already been proved and tested, then what you do is you just make a curiosity post or an announcement post. So I said on July 17, get ready. An incredible gift is coming your way to help you enroll high-ticket clients and bank $10,000 plus cash collection month. Hashtag gift if you are excited. Now, we can even go on that post and see. I added the link. You can see all these people commenting. What you do, you start studying. There's still some I didn't answer, but you start studying their profiles. You start looking at, like, making their list ready, and you start putting it as cold, hot, or warm lead. If they're already coming up on your profile, they're not really cold lead, but you still kind of, categorize them, and then you open the conversations. The second one was belief shift. Now, when you do the research of your own business, I find that many of the people in my coaching, they were stopping themselves from investing because of their own families were not in it with them. And again, there's nothing wrong in that. I started out, it was the same for me. I purposely made a post to break their limiting belief by mentioning them my story. And I put in this story when I was about to invest $25,000, what was my husband's reaction and how I did it. So I think I literally added down the, not this one, right? I actually shared, like, I said this, he said this, I said this, he said this. Like, it was literally a dialogue that I wrote down. And then I kind of shared, like, the risky investment I did that helped me do this. And then I added a private personal statement. I said, to those who are seeing what they can do for themselves and their families, keep an eye out for an upcoming opportunity. This is going to be exclusively for you. Now, if you see, guys, I was purposely calling out those people who have big vision for themselves and for their families. Why? That was my market research on my top clients. I search my top clients and find out, or the people I enjoy working with, they have the big vision not only for themselves but for their families. So I'm like, okay, those are the people I need to call out. So I started talking about them purposely or intentionally. The next kind of post that I made, and meanwhile I'm doing all this, anyone who is showing up on your profile, doing a comment, showing up on your stories, I will be sharing all the stories soon. I was opening conversation with them. Of course, it's practically impossible to make a conversation with everyone. Whatever the best I could do, I was doing that. So the next was a client's milestone interview. Would you like to hear from a 20 years old coaching client, a student and an entrepreneur recently hitting a 25K milestone? Can anyone tell me why specifically I used all these words? I could have said, who wants to hear from my coaching client who made 25K milestone? Why I use the word student and entrepreneurs and 20 years old? That was again my market research. Because I see most of my clients, they were in that age. Like Danu's, I think 18, right? Yeah, almost. Yes, Shaz Naseeb got it right. That was my audience. People ranging from almost 20 to maximum 30. That is the audience I normally have. And then the reason I said student, the top 3 case studies I got, they all were students for some reason. So I said, okay, let's just see how it works. And then, of course, our milestone. And then again, opening conversations and all that. The next one was an achievement post where I talk about my journey. Let's just see what we got here. Okay. All right. So if you see here again, what I said, hitting 5 back-to-back 25K per month, 25K revenue and multiple 10K cash collection months, yes, it's achievable. Being a mom of a toddler, a super present mother, an immigrant with no family around, being a homemaker, doing laundry, cooking, cleaning, everything by myself, and take it as a reminder that I started this journey trying to make $2,000 per month, and in 18 months, I'm in entirely different levels. And then I added that personal statement one more time. And now at this point, with that client result, I try to connect with that audience that I've been serving. And with my result, I try to connect myself, the people who are like me, maybe mothers, maybe who are homemakers, maybe who have same challenges like me. And with every post, I was adding personal statement. And of course, checking out who are the people coming in, commenting and opening conversations with them. If I feel like they're complete newbies for the program, I don't really go and start a conversation. Maybe I just go help them out a little bit. But if they're complete newbies for the program, I just don't spend a lot of time. But of course, it's your, again, research and you do that. Now comes the part that I've been talking about, which is stories. Let's see. Stories, of course, like I said, it has been a great asset to my business. I focus on a very simple framework while crafting stories. And before I tell you guys what is my framework on putting any kind of story, I'm going to give you a very simple example. And I want you guys to be attentive on that. If you guys can take a look at this story I posted almost, 18, 19 months ago. Can you guys tell what exactly happened? You can just say yes or no. Nothing complicated. Let's see. Danu said you serve your client. Okay. Let's see what other people on the spot. Okay. Instant help, I guess. She sent some instruction. You sent some instruction and she found it valuable. Okay. Yeah, you prioritize. So if you guys see all of your answers, there's one word say, I guess. There's one word to say you might help her. There's something like you send messages. But no one knows what was in that message. No one knows what she asked. No one knows what I said. No one knows what was the outcome, right? So this is what I do now. That is what I used to do, but this is what I do now. I post stories on a very simple framework. We all know, we have heard tons of times, which is hook, story, and offer. Simple as that. Instead of just saying one story, give it a hook to grab attention, give one or two slides to tell them what exactly happened, and then offer means, now when I'm saying hook, story, and offer does not really mean to add an offer. It means add a poll, add a try to open just a conversation, do something that make them hit the poll and just to open a conversation. Like Dan Henry says, every relationship starts with what? Conversation. So try to find a way to start a conversation. So let's just take a look. I'm going to give you guys access to this one. These are all the stories that I posted in the pre-launch week and in the launch week. So let's say July 17th, it's going to be a quick video. It has all the stories of that day. Let's see, we kind of make videos of that. This is, oops, that was fast. That was first story. I surpassed this, Uzma. Wait, what? But how, right? She entered the coaching industry with 3 goals: to make $2,000 per month, to leave her job, a 9-to-5 job, to have more time with her son and family. Next one, but what happened? What made this happen? Magic and strategies. Of course, there was a poll. Everyone said strategies. She closed for just after 4 months. I think the story went, this one was before and that one was after that. But in 4 months, she closed 15K revenue in a month. And she was hell confused like this. And I added a picture, 15.1K. How did that even happen? Let me play it again. And then again, added some screenshot just to show as a proof, I would say, from 10K revenue months to 10K cash collection months. It was her proven and tested strategies, and she challenged herself to convert it into 24 hours cash collection mark. And that was my first 10K cash collection day, I would say. Not really 24, it was almost like 36, 37 hours, but almost 24. And then, after multiple and now after having 20K, I added a few more screenshots of that. I said, get ready. An incredible gift is coming. Now, I have a very simple question to you guys. If I just post this, will it grab your attention and makes you feel like, oh, I want to know? Or if you walk through all of this and then you feel like, okay, I want it. I know some of you might feel, that's a lot of stories. But the more you do it, you get better. I remember the time I used to take hours making those stories, but now I don't. It's just in the flow now. It's fun now, right? And of course, I'm not making those many stories in regular days. When you are doing those notes, you do that. But if putting in some work and more some creativity can help you achieve those massive results, why not? And in the end, it's that simple. Put a hook, keep it engaging and catchy, tell a story of what happened, what changed, add any kind of poll. And if you guys kind of have idea of my stories in your mind, you will see I always do that. So that was day 1. I can kind of give you guys a walkthrough of all of these days. But let's see, just a quick one. Just open randomly another day. Celebrating wins. Numan was, go back. Yeah, celebrating wins. And then Numan was invited as a guest speaker. And of course, he hosted a masterclass. And then Lana got her first sale for her course, I guess. And I think I missed Winnie. Was that Winnie? Yeah, Winnie made a sale. And then Kamala made a sale, paid in full. And then I added, oh, this ran so fast. Okay. And then I said, would you like me to interview over 20? Now, if I would have said only this directly, that was the main goal. That might wouldn't have given me any kind of leads, or the people wouldn't have really hit the poll. But after walking them through some quick wins in the coaching business, and then asking them, do they want to hear? Now I gave them a walkthrough of the story, and then I gave them the offer, and then I got the answers. Yes, 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 yes. Getting idea what exactly I'm dropping here? So yeah, this is again one of the things from July 17th, 18th, 19th, 20, 21st, 20, 22, I think that was Sunday. So I'm going to be sharing all of these with you. Now, next come is the launch week. Now, remember, when I'm saying the launch week, the very first post is going to be about the offer. And that's the same offer that I just, showed you guys earlier, which is official launch post. If you go and see, these are all the information that I added. A few of I kind of already told you guys. Like this discount, payment plan, transformations, and then marketing, practice with me, accountability, paid in full bonuses, all of that stuff. Right? It was again what? A result of my market research. I added what I felt like, and then I made the post over there. And of course, after that, getting some messages and reaching out to those people, and then of course, booking calls. Now, here comes the same thing. I'm going to show you stories again, but that was the first post. Second was, now go back in the few minutes before when I said I combined two things together. Number one, let them try it on in my research period of time when I was actually doing research, and I did a training and let them try on my way of coaching. Second, I attach it with testimonials. So what I did, I reached out in that research, not research, in my pre-launch week, I reached out to my clients and I started asking them their timeline. What have they done? So whatever, let me see, right? So I shared her timeline, her first 5-day challenge, biggest revenue month, first 10K. She got her first 10K case study, upgraded her business, and biggest revenue week. And then I said, drop hashtag case study to hear from Friza. Now, what I did was on the stories, if I show you guys here, launch week, day 1. Okay, so initially it's going to be a quick, just whatever I posted. It was just kind of the same screenshots of the offer, right? The second day, when I talk about Friza's timeline, this is what I did. Gave her a brief introduction, her timeline, and then, so the client whose timeline I mentioned, I reached out to that person and I asked him a few questions. For everyone, it was different. For Friza, I asked her questions, I think, number one, what made her invest with me? Yeah, what made her invest with me in first place, and what made her invest me for the second time? Because she invested twice with us, right? She gave those answers, and that I put the testimonial on. Now, the next post was client result or client timeline. It was Selena. I did the same with her. I reached out to her, I shared her story, and I asked her the same thing because I think she's been with me from almost her day one when she was literally like starting out as a complete beginner to make her first 25K. And she's again now 20 years old. At that time, she was like 19 or something. I asked her, being a teenager, what made you stick with me that long? Right? And that was again in the testimonial. If you go and then see the story, let me just go back quickly. Day 3, that was a story. Okay, kind of give an update. Yeah, one more thing. That was Prisa, right? Yeah. Oh, I think I missed. Was it day 4? Yeah, because I guess there was a gap of 1 day in posting, but of course stories were going every single day. So content, maybe there was a gap. Let's see. There was a whole timeline, her 25K milestone. You want me to bring her in for that. And then, did I edit her testimonial? I surely did. Maybe I sent her in the I think inbox. Let's see. This is the next one. Okay. So another client timeline. Then her interview, we did her interview. And yeah, her interview, we asked her simple questions, a bunch of questions. I reshared it on the story. Then offer update. This is the same one I think I just opened. That one. So if you see now, I was only repeating two kind of posts. Number one was testimonial, and number two, I was just giving them update on what's going on. And then next one was again a recent achievement one of the client did. And then what? Okay, these are all the stories. I showed you a few of them. And then there was an update of post. And this post was only about giving them an idea on where the offer is going. And yeah, some of the feedback that I've been getting about the offer, I will be stupid if I don't go, if I don't join this one, 3 more spots left, remaining are gone. And of course, adding a testimony, no testimonial CT again. And then the next one was another client result. This was, this was for two stuff. Number one, it was more about breaking some limiting belief people have that people are not going to pay you in full. So I shared Kamala's story when how she reached out to me and asked me, like, sister, how can I get more people pay me in full? And I told her one simple thing that she can do and help her get more pay in fulls. And that's where she shared like one sale and then another sale, and simply one simple question that she was adding in her sales process was helping her get more painfuls. And another offered update where I also break another limiting belief saying that I invested this much money and this much return on investment, and just give them an update, and then the wrap up. Stories I already kind of give you a walkthrough. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen here so I can kind of talk to you guys a little bit. Okay. Any takeaways up till now? Consistency is a must, yes. Looks super simple to follow, yep. Anyone wants to unmute themselves and ask something or say something, feel free. Is there a way you plan this? I'm not sure if it's a good thing or bad thing, but I normally do not write it down. I mean, not really note it on Google Documents. I just do this. This is my notebook. I start writing down. Oh, that's my mind sometimes. So yeah, I feel motivated despite of things going on. Can you share the slides, please? Yes, Shreya, I can do that. Success needs a game plan. Yes. So if I all put it together again in a very simple words, number one, testimonials from all the clients that have been doing amazing. Number two, I let them try on my coaching a week or two, almost a week before I actually did a launch. Two things only help me hit that goal. Now, here's a third thing. Now, many of you might be thinking at this point, as Mina said, you should see my mind. I tell this to my clients too, like multiple times when I tell them start journaling, start writing down your thoughts, start looking at what's going on in their mind. They're like, "Usma, I don't know, nothing is in my mind. It's just a lot." I said, you know, when there's a lot in my mind and I just don't know what to say, I just do this. But until I find something to write, I keep doing, I don't know, random lines, random stuff. You can see all my pages full and full until it starts making sense. Is this scenario when coaching? Not really. It's anything that you're selling, you have testimonials, you always get testimonials, you can always share your stories, you can always share your clients' results and all that. It doesn't really have to be with the coaching only. Now, one thing I told you guys already is I'm going to hand you over this stories, all the stories that I made. Number two, I'm going to hand you guys over these slides. Number three, I'm going to give you guys that comment marketing training, whoever needs it. And number four, I'm not sure who else here. I think Tanja was definitely in our 5-day challenge. Who else here was in our 5-day challenge? Rajveer was, Danu was. Who else? Okay, so in that 5-day challenge, I did that in December, actually. That was my first, and for now, the last one, the 5-day challenge that I did. I literally shared all my conversations and chat with hot, cold, and warm leads on how I was booking calls with them, how I handle ghosting, how I start a conversation, how I go on a sales call, what is normally my process. So everything that you might can consider, from starting a conversation towards booking a call to handling a sales objection, I showed everything in that particular challenge. And I'm going to hand it over to you guys for free, of course, whoever wanted. Pranshu said, can I ask? Yes, Pranshu, you can definitely. I just have one more thing after this. Is it one thing or is it two things? Okay, yeah, I have few things to share, but yeah, we can definitely answer a quick question. People said, I want this for sure. Okay, cool. And one of the things, guys, that really break my limiting belief in this launch was the fact, let me see how I can put it in the right words. Because I did it, I kind of like model it from someone else, but I still had this idea in my mind that my clients might have not made 100K or 200K. Well, I'm at 300K now. So their testimonials might are not going to convert. But one thing that I really and truly believe in is, if your clients are getting results, no matter how small they are, if they're becoming better every single day, if they're progressing, if they are seeing the needle moving in their business, they will still love you as a person and they want to be with you no matter what. And that's gonna make me share something. I'm not sure. I was waiting for Priyanshu to who could ask the question, but I don't know if he's there. So here's the thing now. I showed you all the marketing strategy that I used. If you go and even, I think in one of my last masterclass, I even shared my whole strategy. So on how I did my first ever 5-day challenge, I shared everything from A to Z, the same way. Now, you guys have this marketing magic framework, and I told you guys just that I'm going to hand you over my 5-day challenge, 5-day simplicity to sales challenge that has all my chats. Making it simple, you have the marketing strategy and you have the sales framework now, right? But you still have two choices with those two things. And what are those two choices? Number one is, guys, you can keep doing it, what you are already doing. Some of you are doing amazing, and you can definitely keep doing it all by yourself. And with the help of all these resources, I'm going to hand you over. And number two, Satya, I'm gonna be answering all the questions in the end. I think I'm just gonna take another 30, not 30, like 20 minutes, I guess. Just gonna give a quick walkthrough, and then I'm gonna sit down, actually. I've been standing, and then I'm gonna answer all the questions. And second thing, guys, is you can have someone who can really guide you, practice things with you, and take you to the levels where you want to go. But I'm only gonna proceed if that is exactly what you guys want to hear. I can share what's in my mind. And definitely it's not, if it's not for you, which is perfectly fine. It is totally fine and okay if you feel like you don't need anyone's help and you're just gonna do by yourself. But for those who are like me, I've been investing, I've been changing, making all those crazy, risky decisions. I've been investing in coaches and always seeing progress in my business. If you are one like me, then we can proceed. But before that, there's also one thing in my mind. If I look back on all this scary decision that I always took, I understand from a person's point of view who have invested so much money that investments always scare us. So 20 seconds, not really in 20 seconds. I'm gonna be completing this one in maybe another 20 minutes, and then we're gonna have a Q&A session of whatever questions you guys have. And like I said, if you guys have particular bonus of your choice that you want to get, we can talk about that. Okay. So I was saying, so is when we look at investment, or when we look at certain kind of, when we make something of a decision making element, it becomes scary, right? But instead of looking at that thing that scares you the most and only looking at what you want, what do you feel is the right choice for you? Maybe people who are students or who have been students, they can relate to this. We all has book. We all can go and buy books. We will still go in college and universities for what? To have someone. Yes, Danu said part number 2, to have someone. Who else feel the same? I think Hiba said to, Prima said the scariest part. Yep, Danu said. Prima said to, Hira said someone who is already succeeding. That all makes sense, right? And that's exactly what I did. Now, one of the things that Myron Golden says, and I really love the way he always say it, is if you have the potential to do something, maybe it's $5,000 per month, it's $2,000 for you for per month. Because I'm a person who's not gonna look at 10,000 or 5,000. I always look at one thing: what do you want to achieve? Is it 5,000? Is it 2,000? Is it 10,000? Maybe just 1,000 per month for you. But if you have the potential and you are not doing it, by avoiding maybe a one-time investment or maybe avoiding something, it means that you are stopping yourself from being a person who can actually get it. It means the cost of inaction is way higher than actually doing the stuff, right? So, okay, I'm just going to put this on the side. Who here is damn serious about hitting consistent 10K, 5K, 15K? I can go maximum at 20K cash collection because that's the maximum I have done in a month. I cannot go beyond that. But who here feels like this is their vision? Maybe in 1 month, 2 months, not 1 month, 2 months, maybe in a year, 2 year. Me, Raju said yes, Rita said me, Sunera said me, Tanda said me. Cool. Like said, number 1, go along, and we can do it better by practicing things like marketing, sales, offer crafting, asking right set of questions 3 times in a week with proper guidance, accountability, and support. And I'm not sure who also feels the same way, guys, but I have personally felt in my journey, no strategy can help you if support and accountability is not there. What really had helped me in my journey was the guidance and was the accountability. It was the emotional support that I get. Rosina said me, Hiba said yes. Anyone here who feels the same? That it's normally not about the strategy and it's about the support? Yes, perfect. So that is where I am going to introduce just a little bit. It's not going to be a long, it's just going to be a quick one for those who might have something in their mind and they're just stopping themselves for some reason, right? That is Closemore Offers Academy. That is our program. That's the program I'm running currently from almost 18 to 20 months now, 20 months, I believe. And this is a place where I was trying to find how I can actually define this place. Right? It's exciting. It's, for me, this is a place I really love. And this is a place I would say where you learn the skills and become the person who can have it all. You guys might have read it multiple times that it's not about making money, it's about becoming the person who can make money. Right? So where you get this kind of feedback saying getting so much clarity in selling and learning the right model to ask the questions, gain the confidence to ask for my future coaching calls. Or the second one saying, hey, Usman, thanks a ton. I got straight and clear suggestion where someone is sending you straight up one and after another voice messages to make sure you get the answer you are looking for. Or where a client is saying, I learned how to communicate properly and switching the conversations from you and they feel best about it. Or where they see a live session, a replay of a session and say they find the biggest mistake they were doing and now they are on track. It means it is a place where you become a person who is skilled, and those skills are actually making you, going to help you achieve the results that you want, of course. Second, it's a place of overcoming your limiting belief. And I think I normally talk about Danu stories because I feel like this is one of the most inspiring one. I know Danu from a time where she was wearing a mask all the time and a cap on her head because of some of the limiting beliefs she had. And here she's right in front of you guys with her pretty face. We did it right on a call where I told her that we're gonna do it right today. And it's not only about breaking your limiting beliefs, and it's also about making them realize what are their possibilities, what are the potential they're carrying, where someone like her, maybe I think, like I said, she's 18 years old. She's saying, I'm really thinking of myself being that impactful in the future because of you, Uzma. Me being 18 years old, I was just in my books trying to get some grades and nothing more than that. But this person right there has a vision now, which is, of course, a blessing for me. Or maybe Selena, who purchased her first ever car and at the age of 19, I guess, and gifting it to her family or supporting her family. I think last week or maybe a week before last week, she mentioned me that her father is not doing well and she's the one, taking care of the family and supporting the family. And she was kind of emotional at that point. Thank you so much, Satyam. Then it's a place where you see the value in yourself and know that small things make a big change. Like I told you, how Kamala was not being able to get that confidence of getting paid in full, and one or two small changes in her sales pattern help her start getting paid in full. It is a place where you get endless support and where you get messages like, Osma, I want to stay with you. Like, I literally feel so much blessed that our clients, I feel, like I said, I told you guys, I don't have a lot of following. I don't really focus on building a lot of audience, although it's something I should be doing. But because of my situation, being a mother, whatever, I keep things simple. This is one of the things that has really helped me grow up my business, which is retaining my clients, where they are telling me, I want to be with you. Prisa upgraded twice, Selena three times, Manisha twice, Dan is with me for almost over a year now. So like Shahid sir, he's like, I want to stay with you because in the last 2 years, no one has provided me the kind of support and help that you have done, right? Or Danu saying that I would be probably like thrown out in August if there was another coach. It's you who provided me the endless support. Or maybe I can get some more messages like, let's say Afia recently sent this message. She's a copywriter, one of the very first service provider in our program. And she said, I want to be with you. I'm there with you unless I make that amount of money. Or Justine saying, that's why I am with you. I think she also invested twice with us. Or this one, I think I already shared about Rihanna. Or it is a place where even people making their first sales. Let's say Rihanna made her first ever sales, or Numan made his first ever sale, or Manisha made her first initial few sales, right? After investing in multiple different programs or trying things by their own. This is a place where people are coming with big vision and hitting some big goals, like closing their first ever $3,000 deal, or hitting their first 25K milestone, or 15K milestone, or closing their first ever 5K deals. Now, here's the thing. It's a very simple one. When I'm defining all these things, there's one thing that it's not visible over here, but that's visible right in front of you, which is a super emotional element when someone is inside the program. And I feel super honored. I feel super connected with all of these members that we have inside the programs and how beautifully they're connected, they're helping and supporting each other. If I'm not there, they're answering each other's questions and like literally giving them a feeling of that community. Now, oops, my goal stuck. Okay, here are the steps. If you decide to work with us, number one, what we are going to do is identify the right audience for you. It's the same thing that I told you guys, that I always look at 5 things to keep things super simple, which is having the right audience. I would say if I still have, after 2 years, only 2,000 friends in my friend list, and I'm still hitting 20,000 or 25,000 or 10,000 cash collection months, it means it's all about having the right kind of audience. Or if I'm putting a post and hundreds of people are saying hashtag me, it means just having the right audience. If you are making a post and giving something for free and hundreds of people are not asking it for it, it means you just don't have the right audience around you. So the first thing is always having the right audience around you. Then discovering and crafting your high ticket offer. Like I kind of gave you a walkthrough of how you can actually make it, doing research, and then creating a 90 days plan of what exactly are you going to do in your 90 days. Then enrolling your high ticket clients, and of course hitting your first 10K mark if you haven't done that. And if so, then hitting your 10K consistent months. And finally, achieving that one big dream that you have. That can be anything for you. Now, here's the thing. I'm a fan of doing things in a very different ways. I tell this also to my clients, guys, if you have an idea, go and try it on. Go and listen to the person who said no to the offer because something stopped them. Go and talk to that person who said they want to do it, and there's something else after that. This is one line I always say. If this is your statement, guys, Uzma, I feel like I want to do it. I want to scale up my business to consistent $10,000 cash collected months, or maybe I want to take my business to 70 to 80 to $100,000 in next 1 year. Because personally, what I have done was 152, or what our clients have done was potentially 70,000. So that's what I'm saying. In 1 year, Usma, I want it, but I would love to sit with you and hear to that but. And what I'm fan of is showing you if there's a possible way you can still do it, only if you want to do it. My clients are here, like they can, of course they know, I always tell them, as long as your client, your prospect, the person who want to go and join the program is saying, I want it, find a way out. If they don't want it, then of course, there's no point of sales does not mean to try to sell something to someone who what they don't want. Okay, let's just see. Oops, I'm gonna be going here. All right. So what we're gonna do, if we in this call, we can. I have that, but okay. All right, Prima, I got you. So we're gonna be looking at what specific situation your business is at right now. Again, it can be a different situation. Number two, say if this model that has helped me can and help other business, like all of our clients can help you. And third, if we find out that we are the right fit. And like I said, if I'm telling you to do your research, guys, I have done my research and I exactly know who I can help and who I cannot help. If I feel like a newbie is coming to me, let's say, and they're just trying to, make money online, they have no idea about anything else, I refer them to someone else because I know I cannot be the right fit for them, right? So find out if we are the right fit for you. And of course, this is not for everyone, which is perfectly fine. Just few things that might gonna give you an idea that this is not for you. Number one, if you have just a mindset that I'm just going to browse around, I'm just going to give it a try for a month, 2 months. If I don't make any money in the first month, I'm going to give up. That's definitely not for you. Number two, if you are not coachable, this thing has really helped me grown up my business to believe what I was being told and just do it with this 100% belief. Then if your goal is just to make money and not an impact, because I'm going to say this, I'm not sure how many of you guys have actually noticed this thing. When we say I have to make, let me ask you guys this first actually. Ever happened that you said my goal is to make $10,000 by the end of this month, but that didn't happen? My goal is to make $5,000 by ending this month, but that still didn't happen. Anyone? Yes, okay. Now, how about we look at it in a different way? Instead of saying I am going to make $10,000 this month, now what happens is you're looking only at 10,000. You're looking only as the money part. You need to look at the action. I'm going to research my business this month. I'm going to make 10 offers this month. I'm going to make this many conversations this month. I'm going to make this much kind of marketing plan this month. I'm going to do this many sales call this month. I'm going to listen to people who are stopping them and getting feedback and collecting surveys from them. And you know what? Sales will happen as an automatic outcome. Look at the right things to do. So if your goal is only I'm going to make money and not the impact and not like the work, then definitely it's not for you. And then of course people who are just learning how to do affiliate marketing, because I started my journey as an affiliate marketer, I still get people who are trying to learn how to do affiliate marketing. But if you are already an affiliate marketer and you want to scale up, then definitely, or if you are an affiliate marketer and you want to become a coach, then definitely yes. Or if you believe that investing only 500 or 1000 is going to help you make 5-figure, multiple 5-figure, 6-figure, definitely this is not for you. We are talking about some real results, building some real business. Or you're expecting to only put in 1 hour or 30 minutes in a day. I have showed you guys the back end story. I spent sleepless nights even, multiple times. So here's how you do. Here's a link. I'm gonna leave it on the screen for those who have any question in their mind and who have this statement, that is I'm trying to find a way to scale up my business and get consistent result, and that consistent result can be anything for you. Or you have this thing that Uzma, I also have this big vision that I want to achieve. I think Danu just leave the link in the comment section. I want to do something for my family, or I want to do something for my parents. I want to have maybe a big house, not a big house, even maybe just your own house, right? Then this is for you. And of course, I'm not gonna be sharing any price here or anything or any more details here, because I cannot do that without looking into your business first. We have almost 31, I guess, right? 30, including me, is 31. 30 members still here. Let me know if the link doesn't work for anyone. I can send it separately. Okay, I'm just gonna do a quick countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, I was doing opposite. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, ta-da. Rian always say that, ta-da. All right. So why am I doing this calls? Because I remember how hard it has been for me when I didn't know what to do. The way I have put it together and make it simple for you guys, it's not just because I have learned it from somewhere. Remember, this is one of the things I told you guys in the very beginning. Do not be a person who just learns something from somewhere else and do not do it and just pass it on. These are the things that I have literally written letters and letters and pages to clear up my own mind, and actually doing it and making myself super uncomfortable, collecting all those critical and every kind of feedback and consistently making myself better, so that you don't have to go through all of that, right? And I would never want anyone to go through all of those phases where you are actually crying, where you are feeling like I'm not gonna make it happen, it's impossible, where you feel powerless. So our call, book your call. The link is still there. So we can get on the call. If I feel like there's something that cannot be done, I will see if there's something I can do to still extend some kind of help and hand you over some resources and some help. I'm not sure if someone can, so Vinny, see if you can send him the link separately, say it's not working for him. Okay, so let me stop sharing the screen. The link is still inside the chat. Now we can start our Q&A session or any feedback, anything else.
I may have a question, but I think it's mostly for the other people because I don't know, it just brought the old me outside, I guess. So as you guys maybe know or maybe not, I didn't have clients for a long time. And what Uzma mentioned, in the slides was post about client results. So for the people who maybe don't have clients yet, how would you deal with that?
Okay. So when you are in a stage, first of all, that was a very beautiful question. So if you're in a place where you do not have your clients' results, there's still one thing that you can do, which is whatever knowledge you have, go and start helping others with that knowledge and collect those testimonials. If you see, remember I told you in the research phase where I was just going out, I did a training, I did sales role play openly in the public. I helped few people see how I actually overcome the sales objections. And the ones who go and implement them, they came back and told me they get the results. So making it simple, your knowledge and your willingness to selflessly help someone else. Yeah.
Usma, I have a question for you.
Yes, Samir bhai.
In this phase of launching, when you start doing the curiosity, the research phase, and all that stuff, do you still keep on selling? Do you still keep on going on the sales calls, or that phase you stop that and you focus on this whole phase of launching?
Okay, so when the first phase, the research phase is normally the one when I only focus on providing value, like tons and tons of value, as much as I can. But in that process, if someone is automatically coming in and they say they want to book a call or they're looking to get into coaching program or they want the details, then yes, I go ahead and do that. But that's not something I offer from my side. In fact, I would focus more on giving them value and then inviting them into or reaching out to them. If I'm doing a masterclass or something, I will invite them. If I'm not doing a masterclass and it's just the launch, the day I will make the post, I will see if they're automatically raising their hands. If I don't see them raising their hands automatically in a day or two, then I will reach out and ask them if they have got an opportunity or chance to take a look on the recent opportunity I gave. And then I start from there. One of the client, I think just 2 weeks ago, I guess, she joined the program. It was the same thing because I connected with her almost a year ago and she was not in that position to invest at that time. And I reached out to her this time because this was an easy payment plan. And of course, I did the whole 1 year of research. And I told her, by any way, you got a chance to see the opportunity that I posted. She was like, no, I didn't. And she didn't even book a call with me, nothing like that. She was like, okay, so I need it because that was the only thing that was holding me back. Now it looks very good. It makes me more sense. And she joined the program. She's inside.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome. No other question, guys?
Hello?
Yes. Who's there? Satyam?
Hello, are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yeah,
You're audible.
yeah. Like I have a question. Like I was starting to learning a skill. Okay, are you hearing me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You said you are trying to learn a skill.
Yeah. Like I was trying to learn like the about the sales. Because in every business or any field, the sales is very important.
Yeah.
That's why. Okay, then I choose the path. to like become a salesperson, then I choose like firstly learn about the appointment setting, then go ahead to the sales part, like closing the deals for other people or something, doing that. Then how I become like a, you can say, a salesperson or a appointment set or something.
Okay, so your question is, do you need to become, in order to become a salesperson, do you need to first learn appointment setting and then the sales framework? Is that your question?
Yeah, like how to become a appointment set or something, like, or then go ahead to the appointment closing part.
Okay, I remember, Satyam, I shared a document with you on how I have been booking calls. Have you got
Like
a,
how to book the calls.
in the, like, of course, in the charts? Did you got a chance
Okay,
to get a chance to check that one?
okay, like how to book the calls, no? This I think.
Yeah, I sent it over to you, I think the last time we did a training.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Then like what thing I needed to do it, like to become like.
Okay, so that has a framework that is shared in that particular document. And now I'm going to hand you over, guys, the 5-day challenge where I personally have showed my chats. Once you go through that, then what you need is you need to start putting it into the work. A few things that I really pay attention to, the way you interact with your hot, cold, and warm lead is always different, right? The few things, so okay, even if I start from the cold lead, consider yourself, I told you guys that this is a person who does not really know you, or they are just getting to know you. Now focus on, if there is a person who is just getting to know you, or maybe they just know their name, and there is a place where they really trust you, even trust you enough with your money, how you can actually make them this person, right? Now here's my question to you: who is around you that you absolutely believe in with your money? Maybe you can give him 1 lakh rupees, let's say, or $1,000, and you know that they're not going to use it, or they will give it back to you whenever you need. Is there anyone who you blindly believe in?
Nothing.
No, anyone around you, not like in coaching industry, but anyone around you, maybe your friend, your mother, your siblings.
Yeah, brother, I think.
Yeah. So it means we trust more on people we spend time with, or we see them more.
Hmm.
It means that in order to become a person, a cold lead or a cold person like who doesn't really know you well, start trusting you, you need to be visible to them. You need to open
Okay.
conversations, not in a way to try to sell them something, but to gain their trust first. Now, selling is something that happens way later. And selling also depends on if they really want it. If that is something they don't want, of course that's not going to happen. And sometimes it's just can be opposite. You get to know someone else, and maybe at some point you even need their services,
Hmm.
right? So your
Yeah.
first focus is to build trust with that person. Same goes with a warm lead. A warm lead is already coming by some source. Maybe they saw you on there, you tag your client, your coach tag you, they saw your training somewhere else, or they've joined your Facebook group and they're getting nurtured. They know something about you already, but to build that connection where they feel safe telling you what's going on with them, where they feel safe that okay, if I tell Satyam that this is a problem in my business, Satyam will help me, and not just give me the offer ASAP, or just trying to get some money, but actually help me, provide me some value, or show me that he is really a helpful person, or let and you let them believe on you that you are the person they're looking for actually, then they will
Okay.
start believing in
Like,
you.
yeah, like doing the warm outreach and the cold outreach, like the using it.
Outreach, well, for me, outreach is this. If someone is already telling
Oh,
you that they have a situation, they are already like in that phase where they're mentioning their problem, they are looking to get a solution, but and you have given an opportunity, but you are just not sure if they have seen it or no. And you are reaching out to them just to ask them if they got a chance to see. Like I told you example of our client Kezia, she just like 2 weeks ago, she joined the program where she been telling me everything. She wanted to invest in a coach, but she just couldn't get a chance to see when I posted everything in this launch. So I reached out to her just to ask her if she got a chance. But it's not
mm,
like they don't even know you, they don't even have never trust, like they have never tried anything that you have done. They have not seen any testimonials, and you are just giving them an offer. Then it will be a wrong. Like that's like a complete cold outreach. That's not something I do.
Okay. And like about the leads, all the stuff like how to create a lead magnet, all the stuff I can learn about from the course of Alex Harmozy.
Okay. I don't know about and you guys, but when I first read Alex and Mosey 100 million offers, it went out of my straight up from far away from my head. I don't know, but it was so difficult for me to understand. He's amazing. He's super amazing. Actually, his book is amazing. But when you're just starting out, things are not that clear to you, and you go and read a book, it will go super high from your head, and you feel like something is wrong with me. So start reading
Yeah.
simple, easy books that make sense to you and do not complicate things. A lead magnet is what? A lead magnet is a problem your client is currently facing. Let's say a very simple definition that I really love Dan Henry gives is your client is facing a problem. Let's say they don't have leads. Give them the best possible solution you can where they can start generating leads. Now, what is the next step when they start generating leads? They need to know how to book a call. They need to know how to do a conversation. And that's when now if your stuff will work for them and they will actually start generating leads from your lead magnet, they will know that the first person to actually help them solve one problem was you, and second problem when will come up, they will automatically come to you again that hey, now I have another problem. And actually that was my reason when I invested with my coach for the second time. I invested with him because I wanted to become a coach, right? Not like become a coach, but like definitely become a better version of myself. Surprisingly,
Okay.
I hit my first 15K month and I enrolled almost 18 clients. So I
Okay.
continued
Or
with him
like
because now I didn't know how to
can
handle them.
yeah, like the reverse engineering part, like what the person do next and next, then we can help them or pitch or offer something.
Reverse engineering is something that you start from the end and you go on the very basics. Like if you need $10,000 or if you want to make $10,000, how much is your offer? 1,000. How many people you need? 10. If you need 10 people, what is your closing rate? Let's say your closing rate is 25%. It means you need at least 40, you need to give at least 40 people, I guess. Yeah, 40 people an offer. Okay,
Yeah.
who are those 40 people? That's called the process of reverse engineering, where you actually start with the end result and then you start writing down everything, and then you do that accordingly. This is also one of the things I also teach in a coaching program, where I tell them, okay, if you're considering this is your closing rate, considering this much is your offer charge, and this is the amount you are looking to make ending this month, you need to give 16 offers, you need to give 10 offers, you need to give 12 offers. Do you have those kind of people around you? If not, start doing trainings and generate more leads. If you have, okay, make a launch, be visible, have them raise their hand. I hope that answers. Okay, yes, Amreen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Usman. Thank you so much for this beautiful master class. I would say it was enriched class.
Thank you so much.
So, okay, my question is like I'm a transformational coach and mindset coach. For when I am just putting the stories or I want to share those, I used to share testimonials, and sometimes it's about like stories how I'm happy with my family because I have less stress, all that. But what else, what can I add more, like your stories, they are fabulous, but I'm not a sales coach. I can't uh, post it like I'm earning this much, my account is full, like, so
Yeah.
so uh, can you give me some idea, a good one that I should relate that and I should use that?
Okay, that's a good question, actually. So here's the thing. We don't really have to show them what exactly we are achieving. Like you said, it's all about transformation. You can still show them what they can achieve, because whenever we are marketing, it's a connection between you and them, right? So let's say people are reaching out to you to transform themselves. Now, number one question, do the same kind of research. From past 6 months or 1 year, who are the people who have actually been reaching out to you? Are they into make more money online, make more money in wealth reach? Are they in relationship? Like they want to transform their relation, they want to transform their health, they want to transform themselves as a person, or they want to transform their business. First, see that thing, right? I have seen people attaching the transformation with money, like me, of course, or sometimes transformation can be just having healthy relationships. Someone becoming better mother, someone becoming better father, someone be having good relation with their kids, right? So first see that part and then start connecting accordingly. Now let's say if you see, oh, most of the people who were reaching out to me all this time, they were into having transformation in their relationship, how to be, at peace with their spouses or parents and all that. Okay. And then now you need to work on that message. Start showing how your relation has changed over time, maybe with your husband, with your family. Show them the real life examples. Maybe the same kind of situation. Maybe you went into a situation with your husband on how you sat down with him and how to fix it. Right now, they can relate to the same story and they will say, maybe there are women reaching out to you and say, Amreen, I had the same situation, right? Or maybe me and my husband are going into arguments every other day. And when they're sharing that with you, share that on your stories again. Someone mentioned me this thing, or maybe I sometimes start with a sentence. Me and my husband are having arguments every day. And you can say, this is something that like a prospect, not prospect, let's say a woman or a mother reached out to me and mentioned me, or an amazing housewife reached out to me and mentioned me. And you say what exactly is going on, what you told her, and what was the feedback. If there's any feedback, you can just like share that. Right? If it is money, someone is saying that, hey, I'm trying to make money. I know the process, but something I just don't take actions. If it has happened to me multiple times, even, right? Okay, so maybe you help them with, removing those blockages from their mind, and now they're being able to better work in their business and they're making money. Then you can talk about that money part.
Thank you.
Right? You're
Okay.
welcome.
Awesome.
Yes, Samir. Oops.
Okay, Uzma, I wanted to know, like, for example, in terms of when you are having these people who are reaching out to you and they're saying, I want to know about your coaching, how much is it? I want you to coach me. But this person is actually not seeing your stuff. Okay. Like maybe they're thinking it's low cost or something. For you to have that somebody who can pay you the high ticket, there must be a proper trust built, a proper certainty and all that stuff. And that is not created on the call. It is created before the call, pre-call. So in that terms, in that time, I mean, how do you kind of politely, move them to the side so that you don't hurriedly get on call and get them to see some stuff on, what you have done prior to coming on the call?
So it means that these are the people who might reach out to me and asking me about my coaching. Maybe they see some client result, maybe they see me, somewhere else, but they have not really learned something from me, right?
Yes.
Okay, I do have some examples. Maybe I can also share one of the chat. I'm not sure if I have put it on the side, but yeah, what I normally do, I try to first ask them how did they find me actually, and how long they have been knowing me. Like, have they been, watching me from a while, or they just got it about me? So I get that answer first. And also, this is part of my research. I always try to see where are they coming from, so I can know what is working for me. Once I know that, and they're asking about my coaching, I ask them what exactly is going on with their business. The few things I really pay attention to is who they are, their journey so far, what is their current situation, where exactly are they trying to reach, and what is the gap. And that is also one of the thing is, I feel most of coaches also do this mistake. They only try to ask that prospect what is missing in their business. While if we look, when we go to doctor, we don't know the problem. Doctor is the one who told us the problem. Right? So instead of your prospect only trying to tell you the problem, you are the one who find the problem and tell them, this is the problem, and you show them that gap. In the same way, I build that credibility and authority in the messages where I ask them the simple set of questions and I show them, like, it's not only just question where it sounds interrogative, but it's like asking a question, giving them some pointers here and there, putting some value here and there, and then moving to the next step. So they can also see, okay, that was missing. Oh, she's told me the right thing. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That thing. Second thing I asked, let's say at some point they say, Usma, I think my offer is not working and I really need help with offer. I would say, what are the things they have done so far? Right? And then I will offer them, okay, what about if I send you a training on offer creation where you can kind of sit down and craft your offer? And once you go through that training, make a draft and send it over to me. I will review it for you. Now, I found one problem. I gave them the solution. They will watch the training. They will make a draft. I will review it with them. It's like, again, lead magnet, I would say. I solved one problem. Now they will come with the second problem. Now, when they're coming with the second problem, they're automatically wanting to buy something from me and want to be in the program. But if they're just like, okay, I just want to book a call with you, then I still say, okay, you know what? Because you are new to my business, my world, I'm going to send you a few trainings. I remember I normally send this training. I still have the training in my Facebook group where where I showed them how to identify problem in your business. So I normally send them that training because they say, oh, I don't know, nothing is working for me. I said, how about I send you a training that will help you find out what is not working for you. And you tell me, Usman, now this is not working. And then we will book a call. The answer is, yeah, that sounds good. So once they watch this training, number one, they can identify what's not working. Number two, they can see how I teach others. And number three, there's also a sales role play and some Q&A. So everything is kind of there in that. I think it's 1 hour and 30 minutes training. So everything is kind of taken care of. Then once I make sure it's done, then I will book a call.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
All right. Okay, guys, any other questions?
So I have a question.
Sorry, who was
Hear me?
that? Yes. But I just don't know who's this.
It's Sayed.
Adnan
Yeah.
Bhai. Yes, hi.
Yeah. So my question was around like I was helping mindset coaches. So
Okay.
like when you discuss like you should choose which lead generation strategy will work for you. Like as you told, you like the comment marketing outside the groups. Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you choose that? Like, like do you tell them to try all the things and choose from there, like according to which is working? Because these for mindset coaches, they have like people who are in stress, anxiety, or like,
Yeah.
or these are the second one type of people, stress, anxiety, depression people, and second type of people are like struggling in goal setting, right?
Okay.
So now let's say if someone chooses who can help like in overcoming stress, so how to choose a lead generation process so that we get people who are in like stress,
Okay.
because these people are very afraid to get on a call. They feel they have anxiety to jump on a call also.
Yeah.
First part here, and this is one type of people, and the second type of people are who don't know how to set who are struggling in setting goals or in terms of money. Okay,
Okay.
right? So for them to attract them, like how to like attract them, right? Because they
Okay.
are good to come on a call, but the first point of contact you discuss is very hard to make, okay, with them.
The first point of contact, like making them come on a call.
Starting a conversation.
Okay. All right. That's a good one. Few things that can be a part of it. Number one is when we are saying having them start a conversation with us, because considering specifically these people are already feeling anxious. These people are already feeling, let's say they have some fears. They are not being able to put in the work. Again, multiple things can be there. Number one is let's say when now it can be maybe you send them friend request or they are the one sending you friend request. Any situation can be there. The second thing, whenever you are connecting with someone else, is always to identify what is the type of lead. And based on the definition that I gave, is it a cold, cold, and warm? Now, let's say if they are not telling you anything, it means they might are not even seeing you in authority. So what you need to do is, I would be doing is, number one, now I would go into different groups, and from my knowledge, I will provide answers. Let's say someone, because in groups, people share a lot of questions about how to set a goal, or I feel anxious doing this. Of course, in those specific groups of anxiety, depression, and all, I will try and go help them, give them pointers for free. If I can send a video, I will send that video, even in the comment section. If I can draw something, like I can record a video, draw something, a simple practice, then maybe I feel anxiety too. And of course, there's a way how I deal with anxiety. Now, let's say if I am a person who's helping you with controlling anxiety, or maybe just I use it for myself, I'm not already a mindset coach. If someone is asking a question, what I can do, I can just record myself, or maybe I can just take a notebook, start recording and say, hey, I'm not really a mindset coach, but this is one of the things that I have been doing to control my anxiety. You can try it on and see if that works for you. Now, if that person try that one simple thing and it works for them, of course, that's again a lead magnet and generating lead. That's the thing they can do, number one. Number two, how to really create a lead magnet. So everything can be broken down into thousands of pieces. And when we are talking about anxiety, I'm going to share the most recent anxiety that I got. So remember, in the starting of this call, I mentioned you guys that I have kept things simple for me because that's the way I can only do, right? I'm a mother. My son is literally, he knocked the door twice already because he know mama is outside. She's going to come out soon. So I have to keep things simple for me. And in those times, I cannot sometimes predict time. Maybe I can say, oh, it's going to take me 4 hours to make all the slides, but it's not going to be 4 hours because my son's going to come in the room over and over again. He sometimes just literally pull my hand, mom, just come outside, we want to play and all of that. That 4 hours will become 4 days sometime. It's unpredictable, right? So what happens? Multiple times, even today, my slides were not ready, right? And I started getting literally that panic attack almost 1 hour before the training. It's like, okay, I wanted to add this, I didn't add. I wanted to add this, I didn't add. I wanted to add, oh no, what's going on? What's going to happen? Blah, 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 and all that questions in my mind. And then this is how I control my anxiety. I only sat down, and this is my definition of anxiety. Anxiety happens when we think in our mind that something bad has happened that actually has not happened. So I sit down and I said, okay, Uzma, it has not happened yet. So number one, it has not happened yet. It's okay. So I start calming down. I start repeating those sentences to me. Uzma, it has not happened yet. Okay. Why are you even thinking it will happen? You have 1 hour. 1 hour is 60 minutes. So I started breaking it down. And it's like self-talk. 1 hour is 60 minutes. You only need to make maybe 10 more slides. Even if you make one slide in 2 minutes, in 20 minutes, you will be done. You still have another 40 minutes to get up, brush or comb your hair and do all of that. So what I did, if I really break it down now, I started self-talking. I started saying things out loud that were stressing me out. And I started breaking down what I need to do, how much is the time left, and okay, 5 minutes for this, 10 minutes for this, and 10 minutes for this. And I still make it happen. Right? So, in the same way, if that person is a mindset coach, saying that you can just help someone getting out of anxiety is a small thing. Their program must definitely includes way more stuff. So, how are they going to break it down? Like I said, I have break down my business into audience, having right audience, offer, lead generation, selling, and then serving. They also have the same pattern. So they can pick one or two and use it as a lead magnet, and the remaining they can just give it away or do it inside their own paid program. And again, I also have one more story, just strike my mind. Last year I invested with Katie Richardson, and of course she's a multiple seven figure, and I invested with her as a mindset coach, not like a business coach. Now she's kind of giving, I think, business coaching, but I invested with her. And the funny part is I went to her and invested by only watching her one interview. And what was the one thing that really clicked in my mind from that one interview? I'm not sure if I can draw and show you guys, but she did something like this. She drew it on the page. Can I do? Let's see. Like she draws circle, right? And a lot of arrows coming out of that circle. like, you know how we used to make sun, right? She said, if this is your life, this is you, and one thing is pulling you in one direction, and your business is pulling you into another direction, and maybe your husband is pulling you into another direction, your mother is pulling you into another direction, your mind is going here, and your heart is going here. And then she started telling how you can actually have everything aligned and everything going in the same direction. There's only then one small sun-like looking graphical presentation made me feel like, oh, that's what is happening with me. I'm being pulled. I don't know how to create a balance between as a mother, as a wife, as a homemaker, as a business owner, as a coach. I don't know. So I need someone who can really show me how I can put all the things together and go in one direction. So that's one small thing was still a late magnet for me. And then she hosted some trainings, some Zoom trainings, like 3 consecutive days or 4 consecutive days. I attended 2 of them and I just invested in just a week or so, I guess. So if you have those mindset clients, like the coaches client who are clients, ask them what is the exact framework, break it into 5 or 6 stages, and then they can help them solve one part of it, second part of it, and they can still have more.
Yeah, you're right, but I'm talking about the before you have to share this to someone, right?
Yeah.
The parts of now to share this to someone, you have to start a conversation, right? So now you discussed about in a group, you can ask answer questions and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my question was around like which lead generation process, how to choose them a lead generation process
How
by
to choose?
doing all the things, by doing comment marketing, posting in groups, and doing everything and choosing one from it, or uh,
Okay.
or they have to just do everything.
Okay, got it. So this is how I would say. I have broken down things like marketing into 2 phases. There is a way of marketing where you make people click your name and come on your profile. And then there's a way when they are on your profile, what makes them feel like you are the person they need to join. So when they are not on your profile, they are not on your friend list, then there's 3 ways. Maybe number 1 is making reels that I'm not currently doing actively. Number 2 is making posts inside the groups that I am also not doing actively. It's again because I want to keep simple and refine what works better. But I do comment marketing, right? So when I'm making comments, the comments are made in a certain way. Either they are value based, either they are humble brag, either they are appreciative, either they are connecting with the person's situation, and either they are, like I said, value based or helping others, right? And of course, I'm going to share that document. So when I'm making those comments, number 1 is how many times I'm making myself visible to someone else. I'm not sure if you can relate, even if we keep on watching a biscuit ad over and over again, we feel like, okay, I need to taste it because it just keep coming in front of us over and over. Second thing is visibility. So one is, what did you say in that comment? And second is, how many times are you making yourself visible? That only make them click your name. It's not gonna make them, oh, I saw her comment, I want to buy from her. That's not the feeling you give them. It's only give them the feeling, okay, interesting, she said something nice, let me see who is she. Or why am I seeing her all over the place again and again? Let me see who is she. And when they come on your profile, there are 3 more things that are gonna hold them and want to send you a friend request or want to continue a conversation with you. Your content that we just kind of talk about, your Facebook stories. Third is your live sessions or trainings. And if they come on your profile and they see the very first pinned post that's maybe talking about you help someone and they got some results, they're gonna say, okay, she's doing something good. They're gonna scroll through a little bit. Maybe they're your results. You help someone said nice, or maybe a humble brag, client result, your achievement, something. And they're gonna feel like, okay, looks like she's a mindset coach. She's helping other people. She's helping other with taking care of anxiety. Well, I feel anxious too. Oh, she has also have a Facebook group. So they might send requesting to your Facebook group. And that's actually how they start connecting with you. So comment in itself is not giving you a sale. It's a way to bring them to your profile.
Okay, so how do you? That's what I just want to summarize. Like, how do you choose that? Like, comment is only going to do every day. Like you said, you are not doing posting,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not doing reels,
Mm-hmm.
and you're doing only comments. So how did you
Yeah.
choose? Like, on what basis? Like doing more of all the three and choosing one, or like just doing one?
Okay, got your question. So again, I have a clear picture of who is my audience. Now let's say, um, I will say who else, because there are always three kind of people in our friend list. Number one are who are doing the same as me, but they're way ahead of me. So those people's profile have the kind of audience that can be my audience too. So that give me an opportunity to look at, like, let's say if you're jumping on my profile, right, you will see tons of affiliate marketers, you will see tons of freelancers, you will see tons of coaching because they're making comments, they're joining trainings, right? So you got a lot of people in front of you, right? Second is the people who are going side by side with me, they're already in my friend list, right? It means they're going side by side with me and they and me have the same audience. I can make myself visible in front of that audience. Like, how, if you see how these all entrepreneurs make on doing collaborations, Dan Henry and Dan Kennedy did this 5-day challenge, like not 5-day, 3-day challenge last week, I guess, right? Dan Henry keep on doing collaborations with other entrepreneurs multiple times. Why is that so? Because they're attracting each other's audience, right? So that's how I do. If I have people who are ahead of me, of course, it's easy to find them. It's easy to have those influencers. We all have those people in our friend list who are the people we really get inspired from. And sometimes they are in our audience the same too. Or if not, there will be some part of it that is still our audience. And if you go, let's say, if you went on my profile, let's say, and I'm just gonna name, let's say you from my profile, you went on, let's say Priza's profile. Now that profile also has tons of other people commenting. Let's say from her profile, you went onto another person's profile. That profile has tons of other people too. And you kind of do your own market research. Is it making sense or no?
Yeah, yeah. I was talking about the groups, like you discussed, like about the groups, right? So I'm not posting in groups. I'm not doing reels, right? I'm only doing
Yeah.
comments. So
Yeah.
my question was like around that only. Like, how did you choose only comments? Like, why not you went to groups, posting
Okay.
groups? Like, on what basis? Yeah, because I want to make my clients understand that why you should choose this thing, this comment
Mm-hmm.
marketing, to attract potential client towards your profile, so that they see something on your profile and understand what you do.
Okay. So your question is on
I
what
think
basis I have picked
yeah,
that comment is something that I'm gonna do and not group marketing and reels,
yeah,
right? Okay.
yeah,
I'm gonna be very honest. I chose not to make reels because making reel takes forever to me. I have this, what do we call it, mobile stand, or I don't know, video stand. But it's impossible for me to make a reel. My son always like come and do something, and I'm like, okay, one reel is making me take me 30 minutes. I have even tried to spend like, okay, I'm for ending 1 week, I'm gonna sit down and I make reels. But the kind of reels I really want to make, I never had that kind of atmosphere around me or the environment around me. So I thought, okay, if this is this hard, let's just not do it. So I don't do it. It's not that it doesn't work. It works great. I have plans to do it in the future, but it's just that my situation was not in favor of me. Number one. Number two, when it comes to group marketing, I used to do group marketing when I was as an affiliate marketer, I was doing. I used to share my wins. I used to share value posts and all of that. But right now I'm not doing it again for the fact that I'm trying to keep things simple. When one from, like, I remember I told you 3 things from both sides. If you can be master
yeah.
of one and it this still works really great, you're good.
Okay.
So comments are only making people come on my profile. That's the only thing those comments are doing for me.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
when they come on my profile, that is where I'm putting all the efforts. I do all of 3 things. I do live sessions. I post 4 times in a week minimum, and I make stories every single day. I don't skip any, like there's no single day I skip story.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, yeah. That's that's what I was trying to understand. Like to bring people from some, there should be a place to bring people on profile, right?
Yeah. That is from other people's profile or groups. There's nothing wrong and right. To be very honest, this is my honest answer. There's nothing wrong and right. It's just that you try both things. If you feel, and just let's say you are getting more friend requests, ask people where did they find you? Simple question. Are more people coming from groups or are more people coming from different profiles? That is the simplest question you can ask someone else. And it's for your own data. It will give you the answer. And then you start doing what works more for you. And that's what the whole purpose of this training was. I post stories every single day because that has been working for me very well. Yeah.
And like, what is the impact of not sharing like story? I do. I'm little bit doing done for you and coaching thing. I'm thinking to do it. So like in done for you, if I do, like, is it important to share my story?
You don't have to just share your story. When I'm saying the word story, it means whatever is going on into your business, you're documenting it. So people can see what exactly you're doing in the back end, what are the outcomes, because it's just natural. We want to be with someone else who's progressing. And to tell people I'm progressing, there's no other way but just to tell them that I'm progressing or just to show them that I'm progressing. They cannot just, of course, make an assumption on that.
Okay, thank you. Got it.
Like Russell Brunson says, make noise. And I really love the way he says it's not the offer that sells, it's the noise you create about around that offer. And very simple example from daily life is, um, you know how people just go and for the first day ever when a movie or when a show comes up, the halls are bookings and everything is full for the first day. Why? Promotion. They've been talking about it. They've been releasing one song and then another song, and then people are making reels on that. So that's all promotion. That makes so much FOMO, so much curiosity what's going to be inside the movie, that people just go and buy the tickets.
Yeah.
So make noise. I make a lot of noise every single time.
Okay. Makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that was good brainstorming. And thank you so much, guys, once again for joining us today. And I'm going to be sending this message inside the group for all the resources that I mentioned you guys so that I can hand it over to you. I might make a Google Drive and just, give you access to all of you who have attended the training today. And if you still have any questions, feel free to reach me out. And yeah, that was all from my side today. Thank you so much. And I'm not sure if you guys are still on the other side or sleeping. So if you guys are there, we can say bye to everyone. Anyone there?
Yeah. Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye. All right. Thank you, Bhavika. Thank you, Aisha, Zunera. Take care, guys. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.